something, Bert.
I slammed my fingers into the door just
No,
minutes before we started.
That happened an hour ago.
No,
Let me see.
didn't.
I didn't even know.
You're still complaining about it.
Because I yelped and no one even looked up from what they're working on.
That is not true. I
That is
asked
not-
you if you're okay.
I didn't even know it happened, so now I feel left out.
She wasn't even in the room when it happened.
Austin's the only one who gives a damn around here. True! Let's get True in the chat for that one. Welcome to the
Hello.
Only Stupid Answers show.
Welcome.
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 Why didn't he shake my
I
hand?
don't know.
Great view.
Your handist. Wow. What the actual heck?
What was it? What was wrong?
Why is that your handshake?
Wait, what? Let's critique it. What was wrong with it?
It just almost ripped my arm off.
Good. That's a power move, my dudes. You got to go in there, and it's got to be like you're taking meat off a bone.
It wasn't that hard on the hand. There was so much shake to it.
You cracked my ribs. Clip it. You can definitely hear it in the microphones. She just snapped my
I work with
wrist.
paper people. Like, they just... Oh my god.
I like he said I slammed my hand in the door and then I just had to squeeze it as hard as possible.
It's the same hand. Welcome to the Only Stupid Answers show. My name is Sam Basher.
His name is Sam Basher.
I'm also sitting next to two Sam Bashers.
Ding Bong, DJ Wolders, Roxy Stryer, and hosting us today is Austin Dodge. Thank you so much for doing everything behind the camera. Thank you for joining us. You guys.
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right. Get some
Do
excitement
you think we
up
can
in
make
here.
music by clapping at different times?
Yeah.
Probably.
So you have a slow
Don't.
clap, I'll do a quick one.
Yeah. Wait, you ever seen Stomp the Yard? That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what. There you go. Boom, then clap, but then like clap.
I could also do the cups thing like...
Whoa!
I
my
got
name.
a
I
was
ticket
gonna
for
say, the
a
mics
long
love it.
ride.
The mics love it
Hey
so
guys,
much.
do that in the chat. Let's see it. Let's see you guys do the cups in the chat. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us. If you've never seen this show before, the hosts here are gonna be talking about all sorts of different nerdy news. We're talking movies, TV
Yes.
shows,
Yes.
comics,
Yes.
video games,
How's he doing that?
even more.
Oh no, with his mouth. Okay.
Whoa.
What I don't have.
No,
what
God.
I make up with the not college. I lost it. I had something there for it. Guess
Guess
would've
it's
gotten
gone.
That if I went to
If
college,
you went to
right?
college,
Uh,
say
no.
no.
Man, they're talking about alcohol a lot in the chat up in here.
On
What
the
are they talking about? I'm
Discord.
good at that.
Guys, if you didn't know, you could actually, hang out in the Twitch chat. It's pretty cool down there. Shout out to Spin Pop for subscribing with Twitch Prime. That's their 7th month in a row. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Also, Grinny with the 10 bits. Sam, please be kind to your friends. Just because you shut your hand in the door doesn't mean everyone else needs to suffer. She broke my wrist.
I'm going to tell you something.
She broke my wrist.
Granny Weasley, it's a very valid point. Just saying.
But what I was saying was we have a chat over in our Discord, and to get access to that, go to patreon.com/onlystupidanswers, and you can hop right in there. $1 gets you in the chat. But if you want to actually...
$1 what?
It gets you in the chat. When you get you in the chat, you can play around, have a good time. But the $5 tier, that actually gets you into all the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is pretty cool.
The bear claw.
Ooh, we call
Also
it the
gets
bear
you-
claw around the... around the
Also
office.
gets you our bonus episode, which we have another one coming out tomorrow.
Yes. We talk
What's it
about
about?
comic books. We talk about comic books.
Yeah.
I did a Krusty the Clown laugh right there. It's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it. But that's how you guys can get involved, so we can chat with you guys as we're starting. JShark111, who's a part of the Discord and the Twitch community, they just subscribed for their 7th month in a row. Congratulations. Happy birthday. DJ, how you doing?
You know, I'm
Is it
doing
actually
good.
their birthday? Or are you just saying happy birthday because 7 months?
Happy anniversary.
Okay.
There you go. Roxy, how you doing?
Uh-huh.
Well, today we're going to be talking about all different types of news. We're talking about Captain Marvel doing Doom Patrol and a bunch of other cool stories that I need to talk about. There's 2 in particular that I'm going to lose my mind. 3 in particular I'm going to lose my mind over.
4 at least that he's
And-
going to lose his mind over.
And I saw the best movie of the summer.
And
I saw the best movie ever.
Wait. The best movie of the summer?
It's not the best, but very
Okay, I was
high
gonna
up
say,
there.
it did take much
you can
pressure.
Clip that. You can clip that and make sure we can put that on
It's
Twitter.
very high up there. I have a headache. Probably caused it myself.
Interesting. Well, we're going to talk about that. Also, we have a couple other mini reviews, and we're playing Jackbox. And if you're part of the Discord community, at $5 tier, you guys can actually play along with us at home.
What?
Boy,
Hashtag Sam
howdy.
Cheats.
Hashtag Roxy Cheats.
Can I get some bits
We're gonna
for
get that trending.
Sam Cheats?
Can we get some bits for Roxy Cheats?
Sam
But I think
cheated.
we have proof that Roxy's cheating.
Pretty positive Sam
I think there's a clip
cheats.
of Austin. Is there clips of Roxy cheating?
Do you guys hear that,
Somewhere,
Sam?
yeah.
Somewhere.
Austin,
Ah,
whose side are you on?
ah, choose sides.
You're on the side of the
That's
show.
smart. That's smart,
Yes.
Austin.
You're on the side of the show, my dude.
That is true.
And we need to get
I'm gonna
this
remember
show
that.
On the
a
road.
going.
Okay.
Gotta get the show a going.
On the road.
On the road.
Going.
There you go. Let's kick it off with some news. We're going to cut to a quick break. We actually have this really cool interstitial that you'll enjoy. Hey, and enjoy the music too. Let us know what you think. We'll be right back.
Oof, so clammy.
They are.
Are they?
Here come the heroes to save the world from destruction. They are X-Men.
And hello, my dudes. My name is Sam Basher.
I'm not Sam. I'm DJ Wooldridge.
There you go.
Yes.
Also, shout out to Grinny Weasley with the 10 bits. I have on good authority that Sam cheats and Roxy is the best. That is false.
Yes!
Mm.
Slay! Goody slay!
Shout out to King Hatake for joining us today. All of my love, Tess, C. Sprizzles, Grinny Weasley, I guess I'll give you a thank you. Random Tangent. Hey. Hi, Drew. And we're going to get started with our first big story of the day. I'm very excited to talk about
What is
this.
that big story, Sam?
Get ready, locked and loaded. Here we go. So, it's been announced this week that Captain Marvel is going to make her appearance in the MCU before her official movie, which is coming out March
But she
next
already
year.
did. She was on a pager.
She was on. She had a pager.
a color page
with the
with a logo color pager.
Did pagers ever have color
Listen,
in them?
man, I don't know. In the MCU, they did.
Everyone kind of had a friend that was a little bit more well off than they were, and he had a pager. He
I
thought
did
it
not
was
have
cool.
that friend.
You didn't have a friend
No.
who got the kind of cooler toys. Roxy. did you
Yeah,
have a
that friend I had, but there was no pagers.
Pagers?
High school, elementary school. Yeah, that's the kid. He was the cool kid. He was the. There was literally no one else.
That kid was definitely dealing drugs.
That kid was sick a lot, so his parents didn't know how to like
Oh,
help him out.
gotcha,
So he
gotcha,
got
gotcha.
a pager.
I don't know if that makes him the cool kid.
Hey,
I don't even really
you
think
might
I
be
know
right
what
about that.
I just love that Sam's looking at the kid that goes to the hospital every week, like, but he has a pager.
Hey, he's a nice guy. But no, we want to talk about the pager wielding Captain Marvel in the MCU because
Yes.
it's been announced that in November we're going to be getting a prelude comic to her origins
Yes.
in the MCU before her movie, and they do these prelude comics kind of often for MCU
Yes.
properties.
More
but
often than there was one for Infinity War that I did not know existed.
There's one for Ant-Man. I read the one for Age of Ultron because that was like the first time they did it, and it was
More fun, yeah.
no, I read that one and I was like, okay.
Yeah, they're usually pretty nothing.
Sam, no one knows what pagers are. Come on, J Shark. 10 bits. Thank you for the bits. Everyone knows what a pager is. They'll come back in fashion very soon.
What was the Age of Ultron one about?
It was about how Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch got their abilities, and then what happened was this off-panel they did, and then they came back
Yeah.
with them, and you're like,
Cool.
what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
They did have some Winter Soldier tie-ins with like how Hydra fell, but then you're like, oh, cool, and then you read the issue, and it's like the scepter was already taken, and you're like,
I feel like it's a missed opportunity with the tie-in comics to connect them to like the shows and stuff like that, because it's a low impact way of like having them meet the characters, like with Pietro and Wanda, having them get their powers from something Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. related, and so that way you don't have to worry about contracts and all that stuff, but then people buy the comic because, hey, it's the interconnected tissue between the show and the movies.
yeah, but that's not going
That
to
is not,
happen.
yeah.
Actually, I think it's kind of been proven that sometimes audiences aren't that mobile when it comes to that kind of stuff. And when it's that integral to the story, they're probably not going to spend that money. But I did want to bring it up because they're going to be dabbling into Carol's MCU origins, which
Yes.
is very exciting. So if you guys don't know, Carol Danvers, played by Brie Larson, aka Captain Marvel, said that in a weird order, but you get it.
Yeah.
She is going to be our in the MCU. She's going to be our next hero that gets her own solo movie, her own introduction, and she will be showing up in Avengers 4, titled TBD.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel comes out in March.
In March of 2019, which sounds like a date in the far future, but that is mere months away now, which is insane. But it's very exciting, and I kind of wanted to go over her origin, and also I want to kind of play with the idea of how her origin could be adapted, because it's what was said originally by the writers of this movie, where that they were going to try to kind of come up with a new origin that wasn't so tied to a specific character. I'm getting ahead of myself. But really quick, the Captain Marvel character in Marvel made an appearance way further back than I actually anticipated.
We're talking about the original Captain Marvel.
I'm talking original Marvel Captain Marvel, because there is
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel first appeared in Marvel Superheroes number 12 in December of 1967. He's a Kree warrior. He's got blue skin. He's from Hala. You guys have seen Kree in Guardians of the Galaxy, and if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., good for you. We watch it too. Yep. We know your pain. But he is a Kree hero that comes to Earth, and he can camouflage as a human and hide, and he fights crime. Classic. He's got energy manipulation powers. He can fly.
He's got the
Megabands,
if I remember correctly.
Is that what his thing?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell kids what that is? Because I don't think that will show up in the movie.
Yeah, they're bands that give you powers.
They're very fancy wristlets that if you could slide those puppies on.
Very cool version of them is in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, where they kind of can become different like weapons and guns and stuff like that, which was a fun take on them.
Normally, they are a nice accoutrement to any outfit, but they can also work like Green Lantern rings. It depends on what it depends on what you need them for. But Carol Danvers, she actually showed up not that far after in Marvel Superheroes number 13 in March of 1968. So it's
so like a year later.
A couple months later. It's December, March. And then and then she was introduced pretty early on as just Carol Danvers, but then she took on the moniker of Miss Marvel. And her origins are tied into Captain Marvel because they both worked in an Air Force base. She usually wasn't a pilot. That's kind of been retconned that she is, which I think is better. But originally she got in this experimental energy explosion that grafted some of Marvel, the aliens, DNA onto her, which gave her abilities.
Like explosions do.
Yeah, as they do. If you're near Bruce Banner, it's classic.
It works out for you.
It does. For her, it worked out better.
At least
than Hulk.
you know what? If they want to update the origins, they should do the classic where she grabs Captain Marvel's hand and then he's struck by lightning.
Oh,
and then,
you mean a Smallville? That's a classic one. Lois Lane got powers one time, and then that allowed them. No, Lana Lang did, and it allowed them to have sex, and it was a very weird episode of that show. It was super weird because it caused sonic booms and earthquakes. It was super. We could do a whole episode on how weird that episode is. But any hoozles, there's a pitch for it. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though. If you guys don't know, like we mentioned before, Captain Marvel, now that she has gone through many different versions, many different hero monikers, like she originally was Miss Marvel, then went to Binary, which was a superhero in space made out of energy.
Classic.
You had Warbird. Yep. Not much different there, and then eventually she went back to Miss Marvel and then Captain Marvel, which kind of makes sense. There's like Miss Marvel.
Also,
it
for
makes sense.
The original Marvel, Captain Marvel has been dead multiple times.
Yeah,
only the one real time, but they keep bringing back versions of him.
Yeah, he died of cancer.
Yes, which is interesting.
Yeah,
so I think it's good that Carol Danvers is actually the more stable of the two characters, and so it makes sense to give her the classic Captain Marvel name. It makes everything clean and easy. Carol Danvers is Captain Marvel, and it takes away a lot of the complications of both characters. Yeah, and so I think it was a smart move on Marvel's part.
Yeah, no, it really is. But after getting that weird experiment done to where she's like I said, energy manipulation powers, which usually the way they show it is she shoots stuff out of her hands, maybe her body. And she can absorb radiation as well. And she's the closest thing you're going to get to like a Superman character. Yeah. Because she's unbelievably powerful. Like she punches moons, maybe. Let's go with a moon. Yeah. Why not? Like I don't know if that'll be in the MCU, but I think she's going to look
cool
could
punch
as heck.
Ego right in the face.
Right in the face, buddy.
I mean, this is the best. 99s.
Oh, right. That would be a really cool cameo. You do like because we know that we're going to be getting Lee Pace's Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. He was the main antagonist.
Maybe he'll be
of that
interesting
movie.
in this movie.
That's a zoop from DJ. Can we get zoops in the chat? That was a good one. Maybe we also getting Clark Gregg coming back as Phil Coulson.
Love it.
Without not even a wink and a nod to Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pinky promise right now.
Well,
if I'm
'cause
wrong,
it's before.
let's come up with a punishment for me. What do I have to
That'd
do?
be
if
a
I'm
great
wrong?
deal because him and May were supposed to be tight for a long time, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a great way to
May's
incorporate
like
May.
whole thing was in like the 90s when that happened. As far as I remember, don't correct me on Agents of Shield lore.
Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care. Oh, there's Zoops in the chat. Thank you so much for that. No, she's a very powerful character, and it's going to be cool to see her interact with younger Samuel L. Jackson because they're going to do that de-aging stuff we've seen
Man,
in
he
the
looks
Ant-Man
the same.
films.
Just put a wig on him and he'll be fine.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
all you need. Or don't. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need to. If it's Nick Fury's, we've only seen him in maybe that'll just add some diversity. Or not diversity, some...
Context.
There you go.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about is, since the writers did talk about her origin changing,
Yeah.
what would you like to see? And could this actually be a way of giving a wink and a nod to a different Marvel property that I think it's fair to say they bungled it. That would be the Inhumans, because usually she has a tie back to the Inhumans. If you guys
With the
don't
Kree
know,
and all that.
yeah, Inhumans are human/Kree. I'm not gonna go further than that. They
You know,
they
honestly,
have a great ABC show. I dare you to watch it.
I think between that show and what's gone on in the comics, I think it's okay to put the Inhumans to quick nap.
Just a quick nap.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and honestly, wait a few years. They're going to launch a new Fantastic Four franchise. Wait till like Fantastic Four 3 and reintroduce the Inhumans in that.
And this is what you do. Here's a pitch. We're not pitching Inhumans, but here you
Yeah.
go. So you have Fantastic Four go out to space. You get some elements of Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, we're having fun. We know that the Kree are out there interacting with the Guardians.
Yeah.
Like, who's Yondu is Kree.
Okay, yeah.
And then you...
Is he?
Yeah, that's what they established later. Who cares? But you could have them interact with... Okay, now I don't care about this pitch anymore. There was something there that they meet the Kree. They meet the Inhumans through the Kree, blah, blah, blah.
Blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, it'd be interesting. I don't know. As long as they keep it straightforward. There are rumors that Marvel will be in the movie, played by
Jude Law.
yeah, which could be cool. And it'd be. I mean, I know the part of the reason they're changing the origin is to kind of move it from Green Lantern territory.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't hate like he crashes and he passes the Negabands onto her, and now she's
But
Captain Marvel.
she doesn't use those now. She's just got the power.
Oh really?
No, yeah, she doesn't
She's
use those.
un-Negaband related.
Yeah, there's a it's
I
Quasar
call
that uses them.
BS.
Quasar uses them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. The Negabands don't matter. They don't matter. I mean, but you know, something along those lines. He comes in, he gives her abilities, and she gets roped into crazy space adventures. That is literally a plot for Green Lantern. And you know what? Honestly, Marvel could literally do exactly that, and it would do way better. It would be way better received than Green Lantern ever
Remember
was.
when Civil War and Batman v Superman came out? Because that was basically a dare.
Yeah. Remember when Doctor Strange came out, and it has a lot of similarities to Green Lantern, and nobody seemed to care.
Not at all. Hey, rewatching that movie, it's rough.
Listen, man, it's fine.
Hey, it's fine.
It's fine.
And the music's great.
The worst Marvel movies are just fine. So they've got whatever they're doing is working.
Hey, this week Chris Hemsworth responded to Thor 2 and he said meh.
Meh.
Because it's not bad.
That is the good.
It's meh.
It's meh.
Yeah.
I like it when he loses the hammer and he gets sucked to another place and the hammer's trying to find him.
It's cool when you
That's
had to
fun.
work over 2 hours to get to that part.
Yeah. So for you, what is your take on a Captain Marvel?
Well, Sam over here.
Yes.
I would prefer I think you can adapt it in a way where you have him not being a superhero, but you have him being an undercover agent for the Kree on Earth
Okay,
already.
because we know the villains are going to be the Skrull.
And I think they are. Oh my god, I forgot that element.
Which is really complicated,
But they have
actually.
like the Kree Skrull war in
Yes.
the comics. But here's my pitch of how she gets her powers: is that she doesn't have to be born that way, or there could be like kind of like Star-Lord, where she's like half Kree, half human from birth.
Yeah.
But one element that you could do of actually taking her origin is making it more of not her taking abilities from him. It's that he's just a normal Kree and he knows how to shield himself and he's undercover because maybe because of the 90s, because of NASA, they now know that humans are leaving Earth and they're trying to figure out what they can co-op from us to get them in the war on their side, on the Kree side of the Kree Skrull war. There's a pitch.
Yeah.
So, and during one of the experiments, you could still get her like being near him and something gets like mixed up. You get a crazy gene swap, classic. But because of her DNA, her human DNA mixed with Kree, something doesn't work right. And that's where you get your Kree abilities. That's where you get her abilities from. So he's not 100% sure, but he does, like, so he kind of mentors her to like get these abilities because he doesn't even have them.
Yeah.
That could be a way of doing it. I know if the Marvel fans come out of the woodworks and they're just like, I'm going to boycott this movie, that'd be a bummer. But
Honestly,
I think it'd be
honestly,
cool.
they should be happy he's in the movie at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was actually surprised to hear that, but I can almost guarantee he will not make it out of the movie. And really, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
He's been dead in the comics for decades now.
Or maybe because she's with the Air Force, maybe it's some sort of Air Force experiment too. You could do something where it's like she gains these
Shield
abilities.
experiment.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Because you're gonna have Shield being a big part of it. I think it's gonna have a lot to do with NASA. Not the space race because we're a little too late for that.
Yeah.
But there are shuttles. We are using them in the early '90s, and you get Shield and you get the Skrulls. And I don't really know. You could have Marvel undercover at NASA trying to like kind of scope out what our deal is,
Yeah.
while also investigating Skrulls who are undercover as well.
How about this?
Check this out.
You've got Skrulls undercover within the government. Shield knows that, and so Marvel has been working with them to develop a formula to make a super soldier, if you will. And so they start like they decide to give it to Carol, and as she's transforming inside like a thing, Marvel gets shot by one of the Skrulls undercover.
Keep going.
And then when Marvel breaks out, Carol Danvers breaks out of her thing. She chases down the Skrull, and it's like, oh no, it's an
Use a
undercover
taxi as a
Skrull.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Granny Weasley in the chat, 5 bits. Hey Sam, can you tell all of my love tests that I should be allowed to explode a particle accelerator for superpowers, please? Yes, you should be. Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
That's my thing.
Think about that.
Okay, I like our pitches. You
Yes.
know what? Yours. I might go watch that movie later.
Yeah.
But I want to actually
you know
know.
what? It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. We
Yeah.
found out it holds up really
Also,
well.
did you know the Black Widow was supposed to be? in that movie?
Yes. The person who wakes up Cap when he comes to the future. Anywho's,
It would have been good, but a waste of however many films she was on contract for.
yeah, she's got there's a little ticking clock, and we didn't want to waste one of those
No.
on there. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. What kind of origin would you like to see? Do you want comic accurate? Do you want to see her costume show up? It is the perfect. There's a Marvel comic that makes fun of her original Miss Marvel costume.
Yeah.
It's the perfect outfit for no weather. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's too hot to wear it
I
in the
wouldn't
sun
mind-
or in the snow.
I wouldn't mind like a Supergirl like trying on different costumes and the classic Miss Marvel ones in there. Just be like, no, why would I? By the way, all that stuff with the sash on what's his face, Ebony Maw, or
They
whatever the fuck.
debunked that,
I
yeah.
know. Of course it's not.
Why
it's just a
not?
red sash.
No one knows. Everything means everything in the MCU.
It's
So you let
just
us
a
know.
red sash.
So you let us know. Does it mean anything? It doesn't. But let us know.
But
Does
let
it
us
mean
know.
anything?
Hey, share this with your friends and see if they know. They don't, but let's share it with them.
Yeah,
and see
there
if
you
they
go.
know. By
Perfect.
the way, Roxy, do you have any Captain Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
That's a no from Roxy.
That's a no from Roxy.
But check this out.
Thoughts? You just stopped your question in the middle of it. Do you have any Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Theories about the origin or whatever.
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Check this out,
I'm
though.
talking about Sour Patch Kids to the
Oh, in
people.
the Discord? See, you guys are missing out.
No,
Next.
they're talking about you guys. I'm talking about Sour Patch
Okay.
Kids.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
you're trying to pivot, and they're
Oh,
not,
no,
they're
really.
not having
What
it.
what I was talking about was the realization for the first time. It was so weird when you guys said her name, like Carol. I was like, how have I never realized that Cara Danvers, Carol Danvers are so close?
Yeah, I'm
We've
pretty
got
sure
to do
Cara
some kind
Danvers
of
came
like
first, but
we got to do some kind of like weird DC Marvel crossover.
Yeah. Also, Supergirl used to be Carol Danvers
So-
as well, so there was.
whoops.
So that's my origin story.
That's pretty
All
good.
right, fair enough.
But think about this. I have another big story that I want to dig into because one of my favorite actors is coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars down for when the DC app launches. I know what you're thinking. You saw the Titans trailer, and whatever you fell on the spectrum, if you liked it or you didn't, doesn't matter. You're getting a spinoff of that. And before, if you even know if you like it, you're going to get a spinoff. That's
Yes.
Doom Patrol. And we have a
Boom.
confirmation this week
Yes.
of a casting of one of the characters, specifically the voice of one of the
Okay,
characters.
Sam, I've got a question for you.
Whoa,
how,
whoa,
come,
whoa, whoa.
how come Hollywood won't cast Brendan Fraser in anything anymore?
Guys, it's Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser's gonna be in Doom Patrol. Look at that man. He's a goddamn icon. Encino Man?
Also, he was just in Trust, which apparently he's really good in, which is an FX series.
Throw that away. The
Okay.
Mummy series?
There's a whole article about this. I think it was on Hollywood Reporter about why he had stepped away for a while and
Yeah.
everything that was going on in his life.
He had like
Actually,
back surgery? Yeah.
and there was some like foul play and whatnot.
Yeah, there was a
going
lot
on.
of stuff. But every time you see those articles, why won't they hire this actor anymore? They're probably working.
Yeah.
They probably.
It was a little different for him. Like, check out his website. One of my favorite websites to go to on the internet. It hasn't been updated since 2003. There is a calendar, and it hasn't been changed, and it's amazing. And I recommend you check it out. But anyways,
Yes.
we're getting ahead of ourselves. Doom Patrol is a series coming to the DC app, and we're getting Brendan Fraser in it as Robot Man's voice because
Yes, there is going to be a physical performer, and it sounds like it's going to be a full costume, not motion capture, a full costume, which could be hit or miss. But I'm choosing to be excited about it.
I think we saw a picture with Brendan Fraser of what Robot Man looks like. It will be a challenge probably.
But if you can get close to that, I like that design a lot.
I do too. I like it a lot, and also I think it would have been cool to also just paint Brendan Fraser's face and just have him. It's only here and hands. Like he's wearing ripped jeans and then a leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's fine. Look at that. Like it. Okay, kneecaps.
You go full like Tin Man paint, where they just paint his face gold.
He looks just like him. All he has is the only difference is the ear mounts. That's it.
Here's what's great about this casting is something that's interesting about Robot Man is despite the fact that he's a robot, he's a very down to earth guy. And so I think Brendan Fraser will really add that. Robot Man's actually one of my favorite DC characters because not only does he look cool, but he seems like somebody you'd want to hang out with. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and I
definitely.
think Brendan Fraser would give that like fun brother energy, not like bro energy, but brotherly energy that I think is good for the role.
J Shark 111. Actually, if you can scroll down a little bit on that chat, he mentioned he did an amazing role in Scrubs. And if you guys have not seen that, I know it's a very small role, but he plays a brotherly role, actually a brother role to Jordan and a brotherly role to Dr. Cox. And
Yes.
He's
He's really great in it.
I think a total of 3 episodes total for the whole show.
Yep.
He's amazing in it, but it's very exciting because he's got such an iconic voice for me. For me growing up, he was those Mummy movies that he was in. I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So it was. Whatever you think about the Scorpion King graphics, I don't care because I really enjoy those movies because they're fun.
You look at those for an example of what Robot Man might look like.
Now, that's a good example.
Yeah.
That's about as much budget as we
So
have.
people might be wondering, what the hell are the Doom
Brendan
Patrol?
Fraser?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Who is Brendan Fraser? We're not going to talk about that. Look at his IMDb. But what is the Doom Patrol? And the Doom Patrol is usually comes with the banner "The World's Strangest Heroes."
Yes.
And recently they've really tried to live up to that name. They were first introduced in 1963 with My Greatest Adventure number 80. There's been the lineup's changed up a lot. The only one that stayed with them is Robot Man.
Yeah.
He's been in every version of the lineup because he's the coolest. Although I am a big Negative Man fan.
He's cool.
The design is really cool. The characters that for me at least, that I think are the most iconic is you've got the leader who's Niles Calder.
Calder, yeah.
And he goes by the codename The Chief.
Very cool.
Elastigirl and Negative Man along with Robot Man.
Elastigirl, you say?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Disney didn't call dibs. Just put
They
that out there. Disney didn't call dibs.
they did not honor the time-honored system of calling dibs.
Now, most of you are having questions of Robot Man. Why doesn't you just call it Cyborg? Don't know. Came out first. Could have called him that.
Actually, originally it was called the Automaton, which I actually think is pretty cool.
That is. I get why maybe they changed it. Robot Man may have not been the best pivot, but basically it is. He was a man, brain and robot.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's robot.
Cliff Steele he was a race car driver, got in an accident like you do, and as always in comics,
morphed around.
Yeah, exactly.
The shape of
it got
Robot
struck
Man.
by lightning, and then he
he went into a car chamber for Super Soldier, and he came out Robot Man. It was great.
There are other characters, other people cast so far. We've got April Balby.
Balby.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
As Elastigirl, Diane Guerrero as Crazy Jane, and Javen Wade as Cyborg, along with Brendan Fraser. That's our casting so far.
I'm in April Balby, the Elastigirl, if you guys don't know, she's not so much like Elastigirl from Incredibles, more just can size change, really.
Yeah.
Like, become giant or small. Crazy Jane is sometimes telepathic,
Yes,
depending.
multiple personalities. They love that in the comics.
They gotta be careful with that. A lot of those characters are getting their time to shine, and you gotta be careful with
To
that.
be fair, there are a lot of those characters. There's a shocking amount of those characters in comics.
Yeah, maybe that might be lazy writing. But also you have Cyborg, and we're gonna see how that plays out, because if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Smallville, you know that Cyborg characters sometimes look like people, but X-ray vision shows mechanical parts shorts underneath, and that's as
What?
far as you get to ever looking like what they're supposed to look like.
Do you know what your first exposure to the Doom Patrol was?
It was Teen Titans.
Same.
It
I
was
think that was the first time. They've been in other cartoons since, but the Teen Titans cartoon,
Teen Titans.
where they were connected to
Teen Titans. Hashtag Teen Titans.
they were connected to Beast Boy, and that was my first exposure to them as well.
In the comics too, Changeling. He
Yes.
was originally
Yeah,
that.
He was originally a Doom Patrol character.
He was, but
which is
he's
probably how they're going to be connected to the Titans in on the DC app.
which is interesting because Cyborg is the one putting the team together, which is
a
confusing.
good point.
That
You
is
know what? That's a good
confusing.
point.
So
Yeah.
they announced in Doom Patrol
Yeah.
that Cyborg is putting them together, but we don't know any other casting. There was a rumor who could play Chief.
Yes.
And Kelsey Grammer was one of the names that was
Yes.
floating around. Don't know where that's going to be because you mentioned be Frasier and Frasier.
Yeah.
On a show, and that
I wouldn't hate it.
would have been really cool.
If you want to know, there's been a very recent run by Gerard Way of the Doom Patrol that I really enjoyed. That was heavily influenced. That's Grant Morrison's on the screen right there. That's Grant Morrison's run,
Yeah,
which
and
is
that's
iconic.
it is, yeah.
If you want to know who Doom Patrol is, I suggest you pick that up, or you can check out the most recent run by Gerard Way,
It's beautiful.
which you got there.
Look at that art. It's
Nick Darrington.
Nick Darrington.
Mwah.
Yeah, it's so good. And also that ambulance, Austin is Danny the Street. Remember, that's Danny the Street.
Yep.
He got turned into Danny the Ambulance, and inside of him is a whole theme park.
Yeah.
It's Danny the World. Woohoo! Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Grant Morrison's run introduced some really interesting elements. He incorporated stuff like Dada, surrealism, cut-up technique, and a lot of that more surrealist, less structural take carried over into Gerard Way's work.
Yeah.
So if you kind of want, if you want, it might not be the easiest entry point, but if you kind of want a good picture of classic Doom Patrol, check out Grant Morrison, check out Gerard Way's work.
And you're excited for Brendan Fraser?
I'm very excited for Brendan Fraser. I think again, Robot Man is a character I really like. I think it's cool that Brendan Fraser is voicing the character. I hope they nail the costume. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it feels like these DC app shows are getting a little extra coin. So I'm hoping the Robin costume looks great.
Yes.
The wigs on some of the other characters don't. But
We
I'm
have-
hoping
But we also haven't seen what Beast Boy looks like, and we haven't seen what Cyborg looks like, and we haven't seen what Robot Man. This is scary.
yeah, but I'm excited that the app exists just for this show because I can't imagine it. Maybe I could maybe see it as a sci-fi show on the Sci-Fi Channel, but I'm excited for it. I think Brendan Fraser's great casting, and I'm looking forward to. I hope this Crazy Jane's in there. I hope they really embrace the weird.
Yes, I think we want to know who Chief is going to be, and
Yes.
Negative Man hasn't been.
I'm interested in that too because Negative Man is a really cool character, and that's interesting too because you could cast somebody as the character and then somebody else as the entity that's
because it
attached to
has
him.
like a different voice sometimes,
Yeah.
depending on who's writing. Because it's
Yeah.
usually the character is bandaged up, but he can have this like persona creature kind of climb out of him
Yeah.
and fly around.
It's strange.
It's weird. It is definitely
Yeah.
the strangest team. I'm excited for it, but let us know what you guys think of Brendan Fraser and his
Dulcet tones.
Fraser songs. I saw it online. I thought I could say it out loud. I can't. Let us know. But here, really quick, we have quickie news. This is the stuff that we didn't need to dive into, but it's worth mentioning, like the DC CW crossover between Flash, Supergirl,
Yeah.
Arrow. We've got dates, people. December 9th, that's a Sunday. Flash is moving over there. Normally that's going to be Supergirl.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of our crossover with
Yeah.
Batwoman, played by Ruby Rose.
Yes.
After that, we're going to Monday with Arrow. That's December 10th. And then we're capping it off with Tuesday, December 11th, with Supergirl.
And we will definitely, Super TV Showdown is coming back in the fall, and so we will definitely be talking about this.
That's our show on Patreon. We talk about every superhero show you could ever think of. That's a $5 tier. You don't want to miss out on that.
Patreon.com/onlystupid-answers.
Roxy had a thing. She had a look on her face as she wanted to say a thing.
What were you trying to say?
To what?
The Frasier songs?
Yeah.
Fraser, like a renaissance.
Like the
Oh.
Reconnaissance, but not as cool sounding.
Nope.
It worked.
I shouldn't have
very
called
well.
on you. I shouldn't have called
I
on
wasn't
you.
saying it. I was trying to figure in my head. I was mouthing Frasier songs.
Frasier songs.
Frasier.
Oh, and
But-
10 really quick, 10 bits from Grinny Weasley for the hype for Tyler Hoechlin coming back as Superman.
That's what we're going to talk about, yeah.
Yes!
And Lois
It
Lane.
was being introduced, thank goodness, because I was
Frasier
worried that, like, with the
songs.
Metropolis show on the DC app, that it was just going to be like, I don't know. I'm glad we're getting this. I feel like this definitely confirms that the crossover is happening in Supergirl's Earth.
I think that Metropolis was being developed for the DC app. That
Yes.
app, that wasn't announced at Comic-Con, so
Good.
maybe that's going away.
Good.
the Lex Luthor Lois Lane TV show.
Good.
But moving on to Melissa Rosenberg, that's our showrunner for Jessica Jones.
Yes.
Over at Netflix. She's saying bye-bye. After season 3 of Jessica Jones, which they're in the middle of production for, she is heading out for Warner Brothers TV. As far as I could tell, Warner Brothers TV exists, but this seems like a newer platform that they're testing out. And they offered her an 8-figure deal. That's a lot of money, and I would have definitely bailed anything I was working on to go to 8 figures. You kidding me?
Okay, 2 questions.
One. Oh no, you
Right,
do. Sorry,
you
first
only
question.
get one. You only get one. 2 questions. One, do you think they were bidding on her to do another superhero show for Warner Brothers?
I don't. She's worked on a lot of stuff, so I think it's more of
Just a general-
just a general deal.
Okay.
That she could work on the superhero thing. It would work.
Second question: What do you think this means? She's still working on Jessica Jones season 3. What do you think this means for the Netflix shows? Because I have been of the opinion that I would be very surprised if they last much past the introduction of the Disney app. And so I'm wondering if maybe Netflix was bidding for her, but we don't know if it was for these Marvel shows. If maybe these shows are going to wrap up around 3 seasons.
I don't think they're going to wrap up around 3 seasons, but I literally know nothing. So who knows? But they did announce the Disney app when they were still developing Punisher, and I don't know how all the deals work. I don't know who signed up for what. There is a lot of money in it, and Netflix is some of their biggest shows.
Yes,
so
that is true.
It's not like, I don't know if Disney can fully say no to like the deal that's already signed. We'll have to wait and see. You had a second question.
That was my second question.
I didn't remember. I don't know if I answered the first one then. But I'm excited to see what else she's going to develop.
Yes.
I'm going to miss her on Jessica Jones. Roxy, did you watch Jessica Jones?
Duh.
Did you like it?
Duh.
Are you going to miss her?
Duh.
Same.
Duh. All does. Triple duh.
I have no drink to pour out, but I would pour one out.
It's my favorite of the Netflix Marvel shows.
Don't feel too bad for her because she's making a lot of money.
She's
Or no,
making-
I don't feel bad for her. I
Yeah.
feel bad for me. Was that not clear?
For me.
Yeah.
For me.
For me.
For me.
Speaking of
Frasier
Netflix, Frasier songs. Speaking of Netflix, we're getting season 2 of one of my surprise hits of last year.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Iron Fist.
Yes.
No.
American Vandal season 2 dropped the trailer this week
Yes.
with the subtitle.
Who's the turd burglar?
It's Turd Burglar.
Turd Burglar.
But the
I didn't know it was a subtitle. I apologize.
no, sorry. It's season 2 Turd Burglar.
Yeah. Which isn't what you think.
I don't know if it's going to be on the advertisements,
Yeah.
but I hope it is.
Yeah, because there's another mystery at what appears to be a Catholic school.
Yes.
During lunch, somebody spiked the lemonade, so all the students.
Or is it the lemonade? Is it the chicken nuggets?
Oh snap! And all the kids start shitting themselves. And so they call in our experts from season 1, the kid detectives.
Which is so confusing because this show was on Netflix in that world. Julie L. I think that's Julie Layden. American Vandal is a goddamn masterpiece. 100%.
Yeah, as you may remember, I was not excited for season 1, and then I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I will say something. I hope is it's a new school. The 2 main kids are the same, but it's a new school. I'm hoping that some of our key supporting players crossover. Especially, I can't remember his name. There's that one teacher that I hope somehow snakes his way onto this.
I don't know if he did.
I don't know
get what
how
you're
he
saying.
could, but he was so great. I just want more of them.
Also, we've met him. But
Yeah.
and Jimmy Tatro, he was the star of the last season. So I hope
and
he can
maybe
make
we
an
can follow
appearance.
up with him because there's an emotional connection, so that it'd be easier to kind of incorporate him somehow.
Maybe he is like a mentor to when they figure out who it is, he comes and talks to him about don't mess up your life
I
and
would love
become a Netflix series.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for it. That comes out September 14th, the week after Iron Fist. So better finish Iron Fist quick.
Yeah, I don't think
muscle
that'll be a
through
problem.
that,
Yeah.
and then start watching this because I am unbelievably excited. But speaking of new trailers,
Yes.
we got another one for Slice, which is an A24 movie coming out starring Chance the Rapper, his
Yes.
very first movie, Zazie Beetz from Atlanta, and also
Yep.
Domino from Deadpool 2, and Joe Carey from The Stranger Things. He plays Papa Steve.
yeah.
Papa Steve to the little kids. He's amazing, and it looks incredible. I have the
Paul Scheer?
synopsis. Paul Scheer,
Yeah.
he plays a part as well.
Why are you underplaying Paul Scheer?
Because I didn't write it down.
Okay, fair enough.
I was like, yeah, he's there.
He's there.
But the quick synopsis that I wrote down is, in a spooky small town, when a slew of pizza delivery boys are slain on the job, 2 daring survivors set out to catch the culprits behind the cryptic crime spree. I am excited.
Yeah, I like the vibe of this trailer. It's got old
campy as
school.
hell.
It's got old school John Carpenter vibes. I will say, even though I find the movie very interesting, this was not my favorite trailer because I was confused by most of it.
Good.
Okay.
I'm excited. You got to be on your toes. You got to go in. You don't know
Exactly,
what you're
gotta
going to
be
get.
prepared.
Also,
Speaking of things that confuse me, Sam.
yes, this
Nah.
is confusing to me, but I'm excited for it. One of my favorite app games, period, and the sequel, Monument Valley, is getting a movie from Paramount from director Patrick Osborne, who's done an animated movie before. But just so you guys know, the first game is about a character who comes back to a kingdom that they left and don't have a memory of what happened, but they were a princess.
Okay.
And they have to basically move through all the monuments that are left. They're like these 4-dimensional puzzles. They're like tesseracts. They move around and you can walk on sides because it's not about their perspective, it's about our perspective from a different dimension. And so this movie has been advertised as a CG live-action hybrid, which is confusing. And you read somewhere where...
Yeah, somebody was like, they're comparing it to Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, where people get sucked into a game. And I tuned out hard when I read Jumanji Into the Jungle because I did not enjoy that movie.
It's such a... I enjoyed that movie.
I did not enjoy it.
Did you like Jumanji?
DJ, you hate all things that are good.
Ooh!
I don't think that's true.
It's not true.
I don't think that's true.
I love all things that people hate too. I love that movie though.
Jumanji's actually pretty good, but it has
I think,
nothing.
honestly,
they have no.
I think that you're the ones that ruined it for me because you're like, it's not as bad as you expect, and then I went in and it was as bad.
It was
as I
so
expect.
good. Are you crazy?
And my expectations got raised, and I think that was a mistake. I think going with low expectations was the right way.
I
to
saw
do
the
it.
movie in 4D where the seats rumbled whenever stuff
that,
happened.
You
and
know
it was
what?
Really cool.
That wouldn't have hurt.
You whistle.
that wouldn't have hurt.
What?
So I can't not
I
acknowledge
can't
this.
not,
This
yeah.
is amazing. Pat just brought it. Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Hey, say hi to Pat, everybody.
Pat.
You.
Can I? May I?
Did you see me writing a thing? Is that why you said that?
No.
We're good enough.
I got Krispy Kreme for Amber because it was
Oh,
I literally
oh my
told
God,
Oh,
her-
happy
I-
birthday,
I told
Amber.
all
We
Happy
got
birthday.
distracted. Sorry, we got to.
That I
Sorry,
need
this is important.
sugar.
Get in
Yeah,
there.
take it.
Hey, wait, take it.
All right,
take it.
let's run through the
We'll
news
run
real
through it
quick.
really
So that Monument Valley's happening. We don't know how we feel about that.
Really quick.
Can you grab it?
Really quick.
Can you grab it?
Yeah.
Can you grab it?
Really quick. Hold
Oh,
on.
snap.
This is a character from Monument Valley. He's from both games. His name is Totem, and he's a 4-dimensional character where he can rotate like this. Look at how cool this plush is. Can we get some bits for Pat in the chat because he's a damn
bits.
MVP, please? Thank you
So
so
this
much.
looks cool. The game stuff I saw looks
It's
cool.
beautiful. And
I'm not sold on the movie.
And it's won awards for the concept and the art and the music. And if you could do something similar to the art style and the music and that, I don't see that happening though. So I'm on the
that
fence.
sounds like a movie we would see at Fantastic Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh.
Sam's having that donut. Danny Boyle dropped out of Bond 25.
I can't put that back right
Which bums me out because Danny Boyle's a great director.
now.
and
Train Spotting.
Train
and-
Spotting, 28 Days Later.
There you go. Really?
Steve Jobs. 123 hours?
127 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, Slumdog Millionaire is what I wrote
Yeah.
down. But from what we could tell from the newest updates is that there were creative differences, which is the catch-all
Classic,
term.
yeah.
But it also seems like because Daniel Craig's this is his 27th Bond movie he's ever done. I think he's going on to number 49 after this. He has a lot of creative control over casting.
Yes.
And there's a role that they try to agree on, they didn't, but that's a rumor, so we're not really sure. But that is a good segue that was more movie-centric to go
Yeah.
to a story that I was really excited to talk about. While you take a bite, I want to talk about Aston Martin releasing the original DB5s from the old Bond movies, which they've been in a lot of Bond movies, but they're releasing one with Bond gadgets. It's amazing. This is not street legal. It won't be able to go anywhere. This is for collectors who have too much money and time on their hands. I wish I had the money to do this.
Yeah.
I would do so many other things first, but I need to read off what
Please.
this car is coming with. You ready for this?
Get ready, everybody.
Revolving license plates, hidden GPS and radios. You get oil slick. You get a smoke screen. You get machine guns underneath the headlights. You get a rear collapsible bulletproof shield. That's in the back, baby. You get tire slashers that pop out of the hubcaps. You get an ejector seat, so we'll figure out how that happens. And finally, most important, and the most James Bond of it all, a champagne fridge. And I think that's the most illegal thing.
Yeah, you know what?
You can't drive and
You're
drink.
like, oh, this isn't street legal. That'll be fine. Somebody's definitely gonna hurt themselves. Somebody's definitely gonna hurt themselves. Yeah,
I want to see it.
Make sure you have video going with that. So a few months back, Kelly Marie Tran had some issues with trolls because she is not a white man on the internet, and so therefore, and she's in a Star Wars movie, and people didn't like that very much.
And people
So she
turned
left
into-
Twitter,
yeah.
which honestly, I wish we all could do. You know, if I'm being if I'm being straight with y'all. So personally, I think good on her.
But she's spoken out at
Yeah.
New York Times, and she has a very well written, well thought out, and it's just an important article that I think you all should read. We'll have a link. We'll put it in the chat in just a second. You should check it out because it's important when it comes to fandoms. We have a love for these nerdy properties, but that we do not own any part of it. Neither do you.
Yeah.
And so you don't get to attack people for different ideas, and especially casting. She has no control over it. She's an important part of the Star Wars universe. I enjoy her as an actress and as a person. So you can shove it if you were mean to her.
Also, these are kids' movies, but that doesn't give you doesn't give you a right to act like a child on the internet. So
Nope.
cool it.
You can go ahead and grow up. And speaking of growing up, Big Bang Theory was a big part of a lot of your lives, maybe. And
yeah.
the Bing Bongs are gonna have to say goodbye because after
Bing Bong Brothers.
after season 12, the whole freaking seasons of this television show.
Yeah,
CBS is saying bye-bye.
Word is on the street that Jim Parsons was the last straw, although it sounds like everybody was kind of done with it. And he's basically like, hey, I'm getting paid good money to do voiceover work for the spin-off show based on my character. I've got Emmys. 12 years is good enough for me.
This show's been nominated for 52 freaking Emmys. Just Emmys, not even other award shows. And they've won 10, and a majority of them are Jim Parsons.
Roxy, do you know how many Emmys The Americans have won?
None.
But how many of them had a laugh track?
Hold on
I
real
meant to
quick.
have one queued up.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
sorry.
Hold on. Okay, another quick question. How many Emmys has Atlanta won?
It's what Donald Glover won one.
One.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
I
And
actually think the Americans had some kind of win too.
I'm just saying,
For,
Big Bang Theory had 10, so I'm
Yeah.
just saying maybe.
But again, you didn't get any Star Wars jokes in the Americans, did you?
You know what? I don't think we did. I think it was referenced once. It's in the 80s.
What about Doctor Who? I mean,
Cool.
I'm sorry. I have a reason for why it hasn't won any Emmys. I haven't heard any rebuttals. Roxy, do they ever make any Doctor Who, Magic the Gathering jokes in the Americans?
Yes. Because that's what you did in
Big.
if you were a Russian person in the 80s
You spoke in code.
about Magic the Gathering.
I think we've got a pitch for a new show for FX.
Totally.
While we think about that, we're
Yeah.
going to take a break for a second
Yep.
and come back with what we're into. We'll see you guys in just a second. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Here come the hero to save the world from destruction. They are X-Men.
Hello. Welcome. Roxy, how you doing?
Are you feeling this like I am?
No, this is the normal length of my arm.
Wow. That was an unbelievable
I kept
feeling.
making it go just a little bit higher.
It feels like it might fall off.
Maybe.
Is that how that works?
Don't know. But hey, we'll find out during our newest segment of what we're into. This is when we take things that we have been exploring in the movie space, TV space, book space, video game space. We kind of give it a little time to shine, maybe give some recommendations out. Because I know you saw a movie this week that is getting interesting feedback from critics. But before we get into that,
That I had no idea.
no, you didn't. I blew your mind when I texted you about it. That was you were upset, and I'm excited to get into that. That's how you tease people. You're number 5 on this list. At 10 will blow your mind. But first, let's talk about it.
You can't say it that quickly because then nobody knows what the joke was you just made.
No, they got it. They'll play it. They clip all my jokes and they play them back slower. Everyone knows that's how you do jokes online.
Oh.
They spend the time to clip them and play them back.
Wow.
But first, I
Bits
want
for Austin for slowing it down to play it back. Jeez.
Oh, woo!
Seriously needs those now, yeah.
Those bits are important. They feed our families. But first up, let's talk about a new show that came to Netflix because I was super excited about it. I was on board. The cast looked amazing. It's from one of my favorite creators, and I have feelings about it. I want to talk about Disenchantment. It's from Matt Groening. He's behind The Simpsons and Futurama. Futurama is my favorite out of those two, even though Simpsons got some primo. It's won Emmys. You guys know it's a good show.
I'm not sure I've heard of it.
Futurama?
This
Samsons?
Oh, Samsons.
Sorry,
I know that one.
The Simpsons. Yeah.
Now I
Mhm.
understand.
You get it now.
Samsons.
It's the Samsons.
A show about the Jewish people, the Samsons.
Yeah, you have the merchandise. I know
Right.
you have this
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So he made a new show, and I think there's sound on my computer. And so I was excited because he was partnering with Netflix, and they had such a good pitch for it that they were like, it was The Simpsons was normal everyday storytelling. Futurama goes to the future, so the next logical step is to go back in time with Disenchantment, and the cast looked amazing. I'm a big fan of Eric Andre, and he was playing a demon in the show. That seemed right up, his alley.
yeah.
Yes.
So many things
And-
to go right.
Yes, and look
yet.
the art is amazing, music's amazing, cast's amazing. This episode is so mediocre. I wouldn't say bad. It's not. I don't think it's bad. And I don't, because I watched the whole thing, and I know you watched an episode of it. I would not categorize this show as bad, but it is very mediocre, and I feel like the enhancements of maybe alcohol or something else would maybe make this show a little bit better.
Mary Jane.
Exactly, that's the slogan everyone's familiar with. But if you just watch this show like a normal person, it's really not funny. It's painfully not funny, actually.
Here's the problem.
Here it is.
In 2018,
Yes.
there are 470 something scripted. That's, I think, an actual number, scripted series that come out a year.
What? For real?
Yeah, that's like a real number. That's too many to have a show that's mediocre. And while I agree with you that this show was not awful, when there's that many shows and you're middle of the pack,
Yeah.
you are awful.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in the top tier, then people just don't have time to watch it. And I was so underwhelmed by this first episode. Nothing was horrible, nothing was awful, but when I was watching it, I was just thinking, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
This isn't funny enough. And where's the hook?
No, yeah,
Why am I coming back to this?
I will say, here's some stuff I found interesting. The art, it's Matt Groening, but it's a staple art style, but it's been updated a little bit for 2018. It's just because they have different technology now. They can have 3D shots, and there are elements of this world that are really thought out and very interesting. They should be. Let me say it that way. And also, and like the characters, the way they set them up and the way they're going to bounce off of each other, it should have made more sense. The music's really good. And also, these creators have never really done like a fully narrative show where episode to episode, they're actually, while there are, you have your one-off and your adventures that you go on, there's a through line throughout the entire thing. Like with Elfo, as you go on, if you watch the show, which I don't think you will, probably, right?
I'll probably watch a couple more just so that I'm well versed enough,
Yeah.
but for no other reason.
Yeah, no, there are some through lines with like Elfo's character and what Bean is going through, and Lucy is Eric Andre's character's name. There's reasons why they're all together, and by the finale of this first season, it looks like the show's about to go off into a really interesting direction, and like there's actually like motivation for the following season, which with Futurama and other shows there isn't really. It's just like this is the setup from the pilot, and we just kind of move forward. With The Simpsons, this is where we're at, and we move forward from there. Things happen throughout the show where like a character dies or something crazy happens, someone moves into town, and that's it. So overall, this show it's taking risks like with that. But because the humor can't like live up to it, like even basic Simpsons stuff. The Simpsons, there's some amazing Simpsons episodes, and Futurama episode to episode at least had me giggling internally like a meme would, where like no one laughs out loud to like memes or
Right.
like GIFs online, but you're like,
That's clever.
yeah, that's clever. Inside you're smiling. With this, I was like, this is internally I was,
Blank.
look at that. That's how I felt. That was it. That's not good for a show. But I did want to point out, with this show, there are some fun Easter eggs. A lot of people to other fantasy elements, like there was an Infinity Gauntlet someone found, and also there's a very cool Easter egg to one of my personal favorite Futurama episodes. It's called the late Philip J. Fry. It's a great joke where Fry is trying to go to a date, and there's one quick experiment they want to try with a time travel machine where they want to just go forward in time 1 minute And because it's a time machine that can only move forward, it can't go backwards, and they end up going 1,000 years in the future, so they miss it. Then they try to keep going forward to find a machine that can go backwards in time, but they can't. So they keep seeing how time has changed. And during one of the scenes in the finale, you have someone who's using a thing that can record everything that's happening in a room, and for a second you see them in that time machine moving forward through time. And I think that's really cool that they're able to incorporate that. That does not make the show good, though.
Yeah. The characters could have been really good.
Yeah.
Like I
the
feel like
pitch
if
for them
somebody,
is good.
if somebody gave this to me on paper, I'd be like, "Ooh, she really works."
Yeah.
Like we should center this around her. And I love those two, the elf and the demon on our side.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Like the demon's fully giving her wrong ideas
yes.
constantly, and I think that could get annoying. But it didn't get annoying, but it didn't get good either. It was right in the middle, which is super weird. And with Elfo, he literally lives in a place where you only ate sugar, and everyone's singing all the time, and everyone's like the Smurfs, and they have specific roles, and you're Elfo.
And that should be amazing.
Yeah. Then he's not. It's not.
So I'm not clear on why.
I'm not clear either. For season 2, honestly, it would be cool to see them kind of like kind of punch it up. I think it's so close to being a show that actually would get a huge following.
Well, it's not like I thought that The Simpsons first season was the best of the Simpsons seasons.
But there was stuff that was endearing that made you connect with it and you liked it.
I'm just trying to say, shows grow.
Shows grow, but they still they have at least enough to keep you there. And after 10 episodes, that's 5 hours. I think a little less than 5 hours of TV, and I don't feel like I'm connected with anyone. I don't really care where everyone goes. There's a mystery that I would like to know more about, so I'll watch the first episode of the next season. But if I can't stay with it, I don't care. Do you think you're actually going to finish this season?
I think it depends.
You watch way more TV than I do. So.
I will wait. If there's a season 2, Parks and Rec, watched the first episode. I was like, this is probably one of the worst shows I've ever seen. I'm not watching the show. I quit. After season 2 came out.
Whoa! I tried to cover. I swear to God, it just snuck up on me. I'm so sorry.
Do I say bless you, or what just happened?
I don't know.
A demon came out of you? It wasn't until other people, who, thank you for having more time than I did, I guess, watched the second season and told me, you need to go back and watch because season 2 is worth it. So if it gets to season 2, people watch it and tell me it's good, I will suffer through season 1, but I'm not doing it until I know it's a good show.
I definitely did the same thing with Parks and Rec. I watched season 1, stopped. Season 3 is when it popped up, and I just watched one episode on Hulu just cause it was at lunch, and I didn't want to YouTube anything, so I watched it. And I was like, oh, okay, and then I worked backwards, and I was like, this is like wading into deep water.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know when it gets good, and then I realized basically all of season 2 is a million times better than season 1.
So good.
So, and DJ, we were talking earlier that you said the same thing. The first season of The Office isn't totally there for you, but it gets better as it goes on.
Yes.
And so maybe that's what we'll get from this. I would love if this was better because I like Matt Groening stuff.
Or not.
And then we just move on because there's what you said, 700,000 original scripted TV shows.
That was the accurate number.
Yes, and they're coming out every month. And you know what? Maybe we don't have time to watch Disenchantment.
Listen, if you guys aren't in the mood for picking up a new series, but you want to try some new movies on Netflix, we've got some rom-com suggestions.
Yeah, I just watched The Package this week. Is anybody talking about that in there?
We're talking about Set It Up.
Set It Up was great.
Yeah,
I
Set
loved
Up, and
that.
To All the Boys I've
Set
Loved
Up.
Before.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I also saw Kissing Booth, which was horrible and so worth watching.
Okay.
At the same time, Set Up or Set It Up?
Set It Up
That-
is what they're.
That was
sounds
an
like.
actual awesome movie.
Okay. What is
like so
Taye
worth
Diggs
your
and
time.
Lucy Liu?
Taye Diggs
Yeah,
and Lucy Liu.
it's getting a lot of love here in the chat.
And the guy and the girl are both younger actors that you would know, but I don't know by name at this moment in time. I will know in an hour after I IMDb it, which is impressive that I have those skills.
It's a cool power.
And basically the premise of the show is their bosses are breathing down their throats. Both their bosses are single.
Next. Sorry, I just imagine. Sorry, continue.
So also in a hashtag Me Too era, I should probably not say anybody's boss is breathing down their throat. It's a little too close. The bosses are breathing down their necks, and these two people in the office decide to set up their bosses so that they don't have as much time to work, and so that they have a love life. And that's the premise, and it's very funny and adorable and like just wildly great. The package was really funny too.
Really? I got some mixed reviews, which is kind of a good segue for our review next.
Yeah, the package was funny too. There was some non-great stuff about it, but the moments made me laugh so hard. The premise of it is ridiculous, pun intended if you've seen it. Especially on the dick part. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I didn't have to clarify. But there were just moments in it where I was peeing myself laughing. So, like, if you're watching it for the comedy aspect, it's funny.
Gross. Also, speaking of endearing couples, there's 100 bits here from CD Clyde for DJ and Roxy. And it says, you guys are both really cool. Okay, bye now. And that was just a nice
DJ is my couple friend.
There you go.
He's my couple partner.
Is that your OTP? Let us know. But I think that's a good segue into our quickie review of, not so quickie, but of Happy Time Murders, because Roxy was able to see it early. And here's a quick background for the movie. It's directed by Brian Henson, who you know is the son of Jim
son
Henson.
of Jim Henson. What just
you.
happened?
I totally blanked on his first
Jim and
name.
Jay.
There we go.
Oh.
It's written by Todd Berger and D. Austin Berger. And the cast is Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Banks, Maya Rudolph, and Joel McHale. And your quick synopsis is, when the puppet cast of an 80s children TV show begin to get murdered one by one, a disgraced LAPD detective turned private eye puppet takes on the case.
All right, so let me just talk for a second.
Yeah, you get your thoughts out.
Here's the deal. And I don't say this to be obnoxious, and I don't say this to... I'm not saying for any other reason, just to paint a picture. When you go to these press screenings, a lot of the times you have no idea what's happening in the real world,
Which is good.
because they want you to go in and formulate your own opinion and go into something, and you're not really supposed to sit in there afterwards and talk to each other about it, and you're not supposed to go into it and have done you're just supposed to go watch the movie and leave and have your own opinion.
Yeah.
The screening I went to had, I don't know, 500 people in it who were laughing, I thought, as hard as I was during the movie. I was engaged from start to finish. I left this film pretty positive that not only myself, but everyone in there had the best time and loved this movie. I go home, I film.
Did I literally just text you, like, after you saw the movie?
No, it was the next day.
Okay.
I go home, I film my review for my Patreon. And
Patreon.com/RoxyStryer.
yeah, and I was like, this movie is awesome. I love it. It's hysterical. Melissa McCarthy's amazing. Maya Rudolph slays her role. I was on cloud nine about it because I watched the trailer and I thought it was the most atrocious thing I'd ever seen. And so
Interesting.
I thought it was going to be not up my alley, and I was pissing myself. It was so funny. So then I wake up the next morning and I make it live. There's some comments on it being like, interesting that you thought this. Interesting. And I was like, I am interesting.
I am. Thank you.
It's true about me. I ended up talking to one other critic who was like, oh, you liked it? And I said, yeah. And he said, huh. And then we moved on to something
weirdly
else.
Condescending.
So we moved on to something else. I never got to ask. So I'm still thinking, like, this movie was great. Sam sends me a text saying, did you see Happy Time Murders? And I was like, hell yeah, I did. Yeah. He was like, oh, wow, ... So what'd you think? And I was like, it was awesome. He wrote back saying...
I so thought you were being sarcastic.
He wrote back saying, LOL. So at this point, I put all the interactions together. The reviews, comments, the one other critic, Sam, and I'm like, is it possible that people didn't like this movie? It had not dawned on me to this point because that's how much I thought it was just such a solid, funny film. I wrote back to you saying, are people not liking it? You crushed my dreams and spit on me and didn't care while breathing down my throat.
No. Let's get that on a shirt. No, that, yeah,
You told
no.
me it had a 7% of top critics at that time.
Yes. And right now, I think when we polled the critics, it was at 25 total from everyone else.
Which is really bad.
That's really
That's
bad.
not like, oh, that's not even like 60 where I could be like, oh, well, I was in the percentage that liked it. That's like you're a garbage human if you like this movie. And guess what? I'm a garbage human then. This movie was so funny.
Well, IGN gave it a high score too, which you can take that with a grain of salt, whatever you feel like. But that was it's William Bibiani, which you know him, and
I
he
think
enjoyed
he's
it as
great.
well. He gave it a 7.9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is an A+ movie. I'm saying this is a solid B comedy. It's if you like Sausage Party and you like the Muppets.
Why, you named a movie that
And you-
I very much dislike
Oh,
with a lot of my
okay.
body and heart and soul.
So I love
dislike.
Sausage Party.
Oh, well, and that's not judgment. Now I'm trying to get in a mindset of what kind of movie this is. And I'm like, oh, I might
Okay.
continue.
So merging those two things together is what you have to think about.
Uh-huh.
Do not take your grandparents or your kids to see this. It's raunchy and disgusting. Disgusting. But it's not just poop potty humor. It is a lot of that. But there's actually a storyline and there's some heart to it. Wow, I can't believe people don't like this movie. I really don't. I can't believe it. It's really funny. It's a summer blockbuster. I won't lie to you people. That thing I sang about a little earlier, Mary Jane, might have been a cause of my affection.
Interesting.
But holy crap!
And now things might make a little bit more sense, maybe.
It was so funny though, Sam. Like, I thought everybody was laughing. I thought everybody was loving it. I can't believe that this movie is getting panned.
Now explaining that, you have been laughing really hard, and maybe it filled up the room with laughter while the rest was silent.
I'm not going to say it's not possible.
Maybe it was you and Mr. Bibiani, and you guys were laughing. You were having a ball
It
of a
didn't
time.
feel that way though. I really did have a ball of a time,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was really short. I mean, I don't know, DJ or Austin. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, if you
can
could
pull
check
that up.
runtime, it's
I
on
think it-
IMDb.
I think it was like 90 minutes flat.
That's like almost a short film.
Yeah, it was really short
Mm-hmm.
and quick. So even if you didn't like it that much, at least you weren't bored.
Mm-hmm.
It went so fast.
90
many?
minutes.
Yeah.
90, yeah.
19 minutes.
Oh,
90
oh, sorry, it's a short film.
Yeah.
So
I
people are being a
laughed
little
all
too
19.
hard.
I feel like people, though, are being too hard. For a 90-minute movie to tell a complete story that makes people laugh with strong female roles and a weird puppet twist and crime, and to fit all of that in and to make it work, that at least should put it at a C. And then the fact that it was actually
C is
good.
high, though.
Yeah, but for all those things to happen, it was really funny.
Why was it? If I can ask,
Why was it
funny? Why was it funny? No. Where did the jizz joke land in all of it?
It was not my favorite part of it.
It seemed long in the trailer.
It was really
In a
long.
90-minute movie, that's a big chunk of the movie.
It was really long. It was not my favorite part. However, it made more sense watching it. I was like, oh, that's why they're doing this. I do wish that was about 3 minutes less. That's a real number. But I think that me seeing it in the trailer made me more prepped. And I was like, oh, I know what this part's going to be.
Interesting.
So I'm just going to eat my Sour Patch Kids right now.
Okay, so you gave me a rough letter grade, and we're kind of getting the cast you enjoyed the humor, and you enjoyed the story, the crime element of it.
Yeah, and the mixture of the puppets and the live action. I thought that they did a great job with that too.
What would you rate it? You said a C.
No, I'm
But-
saying at least a C for other people.
Oh, what would you? And you would
I'm gonna
give
give it a B. It's a B.
solid B or B minus?
I would
Dig
say.
down deep. What
do
you
you
feeling?
call an 83?
That's a B. B? I don't know. That's a B. I give it. This is a B.
It might be an 82. It might
That's
be
a B minus.
It might be a B. It's between a B minus and a B.
Wow. Not even a B minus and a C plus.
No, this movie was really funny. It was really effing funny. What? I don't understand. I don't understand.
If you were to critique it, what would you say?
That it was a little look. The humor is a little childish.
Mm-hmm.
Not childish for children. Childish like penis
No.
sometimes.
Oh,
but
come.
but I sometimes like things like that. And I don't know, maybe if I was to critique it, some of it was over the top. Like if you don't like things that, if you're looking at something like that could never happen, it's a world in which humans and Muppets are in the same place, walking around. Like that's the world. So you won't like it then because that's the world.
I appreciate you sharing your opinions on this because I think people need to know. Like, I know there's been some interesting comments made about Rotten Tomatoes when it comes to comedies online. Like, most recently, Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell did a gambling movie together where they were trying to run a casino in their own house to pay for their daughter's tuition to go to college. And like, there was a big movement online. I remember Chance the Rapper was like, "I have no idea why this has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a lovely movie. It's wonderful and it's so funny." So I think this is a good example of maybe if you think a movie is going to be interesting or it's up your alley even a little bit, take a risk and go see it. You know, it won't hurt you too much. It's also 90 minutes. That movie ticket price is not super fun, but hey, if you're on Movie Pass, if you're one of those people that are still on that, or that AMC, the AMC Club member, whatever that is, that new one sounds amazing, and I actually want to do a review of it because I do want to try it out. But let us know what you thought of the movie in the comments down below, because
and how amazing it was and how much it made you laugh.
There you go, specifically. And what percentage of the movie would you say the jizz joke is? DJ?
So in the comments, most of our audience had not heard of Meet the Feebles, so I got to introduce them to that, which they're not thanking me for, but you're welcome anyway.
I don't know what you're talking
also, it transitioned into a conversation about how long after they were, or before they were born it came out, and that movie definitely came out after I was born, so our audience is not a small amount younger than I am.
Meet the Feebles is a Peter Jackson Muppet movie.
Yeah, if you don't know, you probably know Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings, but when he was in New Zealand, he made movies that were very much not Lord of the Rings. And one of those films was Meet the Feebles, and also, what was the movie before that? Re-Dead? What was the...
Oh, you don't know. Steve Zaragoza introduced me to Meet the Feebles, and it is a very, very, it's, but like, this is raunchy.
Good or bad?
It's raunchy, but it's gross, too. It's like super gross.
Good or bad?
It wasn't for me. But there is an audience out there that really likes it. So,
hey, you know, maybe if you're not feeling Happy Time Murders, or maybe if you love Happy Time Murders, maybe just look up Meet the Feebles.
Twitchreek in the chat asks, how does it compare to Roger Rabbit in the terms of?
Oh, let's not compare anything to Roger
Too
Rabbit.
late. It's happening.
I love Roger Rabbit.
And?
It's different.
In a good way?
in like a way grosser way. I mean that's a movie that I would not watch with people. This is a movie like you look around. I asked my friend afterwards, like, how many people in the audience do you think had boners watching that puppet movie? Because there was like some.
There's a new meter for for this show.
What's your boner rating for this movie?
Yeah.
And gross.
So different in that way.
Interesting.
Although
Roger Rabbit's great. Go watch that.
Jessica probably gave some owners to some rabbit people.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, hey, it's what we got to talk about. Cool World is another movie that is confusing to a lot of young people. Well, not young, we're adults now. But anyways, let's keep it going. I want to give a quick shout out. Thank you so much for that review to our back to school sales going on right now because you kids are back to college, high school. You doing a night school? Well, you want some clothes to wear? You can go ahead and check out. There's a link in the Twitch chat as we speak. You can just go ahead and click that link and activates the promo code. It's SKOOL, SKOOL.
All the cool kids spell like that.
It's super duper cool. And also, I want to give a shout out to Grinny Weasley. You gave us 5 bits. Please, I am trying to eat a snow cone, and you just made me choke with your breathing down your throat comment. Thank you for the bits for that. I appreciate that. Let's get some bits for breathing down people's throats. Please and thank you. But DJ, I'm going to read off some things on the poll list this week. You put this together. I'm very excited about this. And you let us know what you think about it.
I'm going to read the first one.
Okay, go. This is from DC Comics.
Lex Luthor, Porky Pig, #1, Mark Russell, and Brad Walker.
Yeah, so this week, this is a weird month where there's a little extra week. So DC is releasing more of their Hanna-Barbera DC character crossovers, which can be hit or miss. But as we learned with Batman Elmer Fudd, when they hit, they really hit.
It's so good.
So I put 2 choices here for that. One that's a little more safe, one that's a little less safe. This is one of the little less safe ones. This is one of the ones that might not be on your radar, but could be really great. Those are 2 solid creators.
If Porky Pig if his name was on that cover, I'd be very scared of who that man is.
Yes, yeah, the cover's scary. The other one cover that's scary is the Joker Daffy Duck one, which I don't have on my list. And and that's Scott Lobdell, who you love from Outlaws,
Yes.
Red Hood and the Outlaws. But that's a riskier one. I don't know how that would work. The safer one is Catwoman crossing over with Sylvester the Cat
Tweety.
and Tweety Bird. And that's Gail Simone writing that, and she's a fantastic writer. She's working on Plastic Man right now, which is great. And so those are my 2 picks for that in
Yes.
the DC world.
Wild.
Gail Simone and Nake Miranda, and I'm very excited for that as well. These actually, I bought all of the Looney Tunes crossovers last time. They had like Wonder Woman and Tasmanian Devil, and they had Martian Manhunter and Marvin the Martian, and they were all lovely. They were all a lot of fun.
There's so much fun with them, and they're so much fun to read. But I'm really excited about the indie books coming out next week.
Oh, do you mean Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons number 1 of 4 by Patrick Rothfuss and Troy Little?
Yeah, so Morty is trying to hang out with the cool kids who are all playing Dungeons and Dragons. So
Oh, sure.
Rick takes it on himself to teach him how to play, and just that concept because I don't know who the publisher is. It might be Boom, but whoever the publisher is also has the rights to Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
And it sounds like such a great pitch for a comic, and I'm really excited to check it out.
How do you feel about Hillbilly Red-Eyed Witchery from Beyond number 1 for Eric Powell?
So Eric Powell is best known for creating The Goon, which is amazing. He made one of my favorite comics, Big Man Plans, which if you have not checked out Big Man Plans, you're missing out. It's great. But he also has a character called Hillbilly, and this is a continuation of his story, and there's these self-contained arcs. So if you wanted to check something outside of the normal Image world or the Marvel and DC world, I highly recommend checking out Eric Powell's comics, and this is a good jumping on point for Hillbilly.
Really quick, JShark111 in the chat writes, talk about Boom Studios, Power Rangers, Sam, you coward. Talk about those helmet lips. I will not talk about those Power Rangers helmet lips.
By the way, the Power Rangers are switching up their colors, their costume colors, which is really cool. Like Trini's now the Red Ranger, and the Red Ranger is now the Yellow Ranger, and Zach is
Where's
the
Kimberly?
She's blue, and then Zach's the new Pink Ranger, and it looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty cool.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Where'd those lips end up in that whole switcheroo?
I mean, they have their own lips, you know.
Guess I'm missing that one. You have another one on the list here from Marvel. Hunt
Yeah.
for Wolverine, Dead Ends, number 1 from Charles Soule and Roman Rosanna's.
Yeah, I mean, if you're interested in where Logan's been up to, this is the lead into Wolverine number 1. I'm kind of ambivalent on the whole Hunt for Wolverine thing, but Charles Soule's a good writer.
Here's your background on this. Wolverine died a couple years ago, not really, and now he's back, and they wrote 4 separate 4-issue runs of comics where none of them had answers, and now this is the comic to end those 4 with 4 more issues.
with answers. And by the way, while Wolverine was dead, Old Man Logan was around, and Laura Kinney was Wolverine, and so I don't think anybody was really itching for Wolverine to show back up. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're interested in what's happening there, this is the issue to pick up.
You know what people are itching for?
Ooh, Roxy Stryer, please tell me.
Venom First Host number 1 of 5, Mike Costa and Mark Bagley.
Ooh.
So Venom is, if you're interested in the new movie coming out, you've been checking out the new run by Donny Cates, which I believe Sam is a fan of.
Yeah. You too.
I'm a fan of Donny Cates. I'm not.
In the name.
Anyway, so I honestly don't. This is him finding out the first Earth host of the symbiote, and I thought that this connected to the main run, but I'm not so sure. After I picked it, but the point is, if you're into Venom, this should be a fun jumping on point and a fun read. But if you're really into Venom, check out Donny Cates' run.
No, and also JShark111, lots of lips for them sweet helmet kissers. No, those lips are the dumbest thing in the world. People say, "Oh, it makes it so the kids know there's people under there." Kids know what helmets are. They got that. They didn't need that on the front. You kidding me? I need to do an episode about Power Rangers. And I need to
Kids aren't
get all this
stupid.
poison out of my body. Kids are not stupid.
You're stupid.
Take those dumb lips off those costumes. This is dumb lips.
Sam, I think maybe it's time for.
Hold on. Those You're right. Sorry. Those lips are so stupid. We're going to play a game next, all right? We're playing Jackbox. And here's a fun little tidbit. If you're part of our $5
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw. Dang. If you're part of our $5 tier on Patreon, you guys actually get to play along with us. Pretty cool. We'll be right back in just a second.
Here come the hero to save the world from destruction. They are X-Men.
pot? Did I have stuff on my pasta? Sorry, I ate a quick spaghetti.
Did they pasta?
Yeah, the
One of those pasta donuts.
Welcome to Only Stupid Gaming. This is when we're going to be playing some games with all you kids.
What?
At home. This is so exciting. We'll be playing Jackbox 3 specifically. And to fill out our ranks, we had Mr. Pat Graziosi joining us. Did I say your last name correctly?
Yes, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm Italian. I'm not offended. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Pat, tell the kids at home who you are.
Hello. You might know, maybe you don't. I'm Pat from the YouTube channel Life Noggin. We make animated educational videos. Go check them out if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too.
Oh,
How do
I
you
disagree. I think if you don't want to, you should check them out anyway.
How do you
Okay.
do an F in sign language? L-I something E. What's an F?
F is this.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
You got life.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Somebody told me
we're...
they're making fun of me.
If you guys don't know, Jackbox is a fun game you can play at home. Actually, this game specifically, you're not going to join us because we have to do stuff in-house, which involves pointing
We've got
at
a
people.
clean
Hashtag
Yes.
Sam Cheese.
Jay
And
Shark-
that's why you can't join.
Jay Shark, would you defend those Power Rangers lips on their costumes? Jay Shark gave us 10 bits to figure this out.
So you're saying
The
no
lips are
lips?
no, they're dumb as hell.
Yeah, no. Why would you have lips on a thing? Because they can't talk.
No, it's a design choice.
Yeah.
It's a human element to
why?
the helmet.
It's the same thing with
Yeah,
like.
because it would look weird with it. It would look more robotic with it flat. Have you seen the
Yeah.
Power Rangers with the flat thing? It's not as cool a costume.
You guys
You made it
stall all
sound
you
like
want.
robots aren't cool.
I'm ready to play.
Oh, sorry.
No, I want to fight more.
People gave us bits. I had to give them what they wanted. Hashtag Sam doesn't cheat. Let's get that trending. Let's
Hashtag
get
Sam
hashtag
cheats. Bitch
Roxy
for hashtag
cheats.
Sam
Let's get hashtag
cheats.
Roxy cheats.
If you
So
guys
what you
want
got
to
into,
play,
Pat?
Power-
then
What you got
hashtag
into?
Sam Cheats.
Power Ranger lips are like Batman nipples. Let's keep going. All right, we're gonna be playing Faking It, and this is a really fun game where we actually get to try to lie to each other. If you guys are familiar, we practiced this before. Pat, you've played before. We play it on Play Noggin Game Night.
Yeah, I
That's
told
Sundays.
Sam I actually cared about him.
4:30 p.m. Ouch, that stung. So they can make out. Get out of here.
DJ, I-
Yeah, that is true. That stings. But this is a really fun game. The Jackbox comes with a bundle of games you can try out. And this one, we're gonna figure out who the best liar is, my dudes, or the best detective. But really, it's about who's the best
Somebody
liar.
already was trying to cheat and look at my stuff.
Who? I was over here.
It was you.
Roxy cheated. There you go. JK
Hashtag
Gamer
Sam
fan.
Cheese.
There you go. Let's
Bitch
get
for
that.
Sam Cheese.
Voltron has mouth. Don't worry, they can't see. So
Alright.
yeah. Also, if they join, they can't do anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We'll make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already locked and loaded, my dudes. Now, if they see the actually after we start the game,
Yeah.
they can't join, but they can be an audience.
What does that mean?
All right, we're gonna skip this. That means they can actually vote. So yeah, if you want to type that code in Twitch.tv, make sure you hit the little.
Choose a category.
No, that's him. But make sure you hit that little gear and make sure you have a Twitch
I can't choose it?
What am I supposed to do?
icon. Just pick which one.
Gotta log in
Oh,
with
that
your
means-
Twitch.
Yeah. Log in with your Twitch and then you can actually be an audience member, which
You
is really
would
fun.
pick the red dude.
Hands of truth.
All right, so for this game,
We didn't practice this one.
this we did is that when you hold, it's holding up your hand.
I think we're gonna need a
We're gonna be
20-hour
fine.
lesson for this one.
Yeah.
All right, so instructions have been sent to our phone, and if you get instructions, follow them. That's it.
That's it. It's so easy. It's so easy. A child could do it.
All right.
It's so easy. A puppet from
2, 1,
Happy Time
go.
could do it.
All right, who's lying? You're smiling too much.
I just like you a lot.
Roxy
If
is
you've
no
ever
emotion.
been in a long distance relationship.
Have you been?
So
in?
the question is, raise your hand if you've ever been in a long distance relationship.
Vote for who you think is
I have.
probably the fake.
So
You know,
we have to
we've
guess.
been friends when I
Who's-
was.
who's-
We,
yours, right?
we have to guess who
I have two.
the
high school
liar
boyfriend.
is.
Yes, and we'll vote on it, but we have to be
Yeah.
unanimous. Did you already vote on Roxy?
I did.
That was way too
Why?
fast.
No, I'm sorry.
Why? I've been in
That
one.
makes me think
Well,
you are the
no,
person. 'cause
well,
you-
no, because I know you have been, and Pat comes from another state, which makes me feel like at some point he has been.
I
And
date-
you've come from
I will
another
tell you
state.
his name. His name is Dan. We dated
What's his
all
last
through
name?
Mark.
What's his social security?
I can't say that part. We dated all through high school, and then when I moved out here for college, we stayed dating. It did not work out. He's a lovely person.
I thought I was supposed to hit. I just, I went for it.
You did the wrong
Uh-oh, but nobody else voted.
Oh, it went too fast. Oh, dang it. Sorry.
Oh, and you're yelling at me for voting too quickly.
Faker
The
is
only
still
person
at
who
large.
didn't say anything about it was you.
And-
Just saying.
50% of the audience voted for the faker.
Chances to catch that faker.
We have 2 more chances. All right, we have a new thing
Wait,
on
they
our...
voted. Who
for
did
the
they vote
faker.
for though?
We don't know. We'll
Oh.
find out at the end. We'll see who got it right. But now we have new
Wait, was I the one that
instructions.
voted?
You two.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but we have to be unanimous.
So who'd you go for?
Razor.
Oh,
That was interesting. I just thought it was interesting. Okay. Okay. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Go. You guys need to raise your hand if you got it.
And the task was, raise your hand if you farted.
Raise your hand if you farted since the game
I think
started.
you're the liar because you've not been here. I don't know what you were up to.
I think so too.
It said game, but I'm thinking
Since this game started.
what I thought of as the stream. So it means
I don't think.
I think it's DJ.
Honestly, I burp often, but I don't think I've farted in 10 years. I have really bad bowel issues. I cannot poop. Like, I go to the hospital for it all the time. That's
You're a
a
girl.
real
Girls
story.
don't fart. We know
That's
that.
not
It's
true.
fine.
Girls fart a lot, and I have
It's
proof.
fine.
I have freaking proof. We have to
I
vote.
bottled this fart for
What?
my sister.
Who voted for me? You did. It's 100% only. It's only two answers. It's DJ. Vote for DJ. Who voted for Patty Donuts?
Can we stop fighting?
It's DJ. It's 100%
Wait, is he
DJ.
Patty Donuts?
Yes.
I voted for him.
It's
You said it
DJ.
was him, so I thought it was him at
With
first.
a name like Patty Donuts?
Would you ever think I'm
Would I ever lie
All
to
right,
you?
there's a new task. It's DJ. All right.
No.
I like your hat. You got a good hat.
Thanks, got it from a museum.
All right, everyone. Shh.
I'm not making any noise.
Shh.
I'm not making any noise.
Shh. Roxy 100% has the instructions, so that's what she had on face. It's 100. Hey, it happens. All right, I don't need to be shamed for it.
It is natural!
I mean, I don't even know how to fight this because I know that she giggled because she knew. So it's one of you two. It has to be. I almost read it out loud, all right? I almost said what it was. It's DJ. I'm voting for DJ. Who voted for me?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I voted for you again.
Why? He has no. We have to be unanimous.
You're very,
why
you're
would it be
very,
unanimous?
you're
'Cause
very,
then
you're very aggressive in your denial.
That's
It's
true.
DJ. It's DJ.
Look, it looks just like him.
It's DJ. Look at him.
Together
Put a hat on. Austin, who is it? Quick, 3.
Suck it!
You voted on me too quick.
I'm so good.
Well,
I'm the
you're lying.
queen.
But
I'm
you.
taking acting classes since
Are you-
I was a tween.
It looked how.
Because
I'm gonna shut up forever now.
Here's the deal. You all raised your hand, and I feel like anytime the guys are all raising their hand, it'd be something I'd be embarrassed about, so I didn't raise it, and then I laughed at you guys, and then it happened to be Harry Butts, and that, like, saved
Wow.
me.
Saved by the hairy butts.
Rocky's Drive's in the lead. Pat and I got 0 points, my dude.
Why does it make me still vote for somebody, though?
You gotta choose a category.
You choose a category.
How do I know?
type of tasks you'll all be subjected.
You got a point. I don't have an answer for you. There you go.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. We did Hand of Truth. Who did you pick?
I didn't pick that.
I will.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't pick Hands of Truth.
But that's all that. Well, we're doing another
There
round
it
of it.
Hands up.
I'm excited about it.
You know, really
everybody.
quick. Roxy cheated, right?
Yeah.
100%. Can we get that trend? Because she 100% cheated
I
because
got
she lied.
Sam cheese.
Because she lied. Can we get that in the chat? I need at least 1 bit for that.
But I was lucky too because I did have a long-term boyfriend, and the other one I don't fart. I did all of them.
Oh,
right.
that's why I got points because I voted on you, the long distance boyfriend. I nailed it on that one, and it would have been the same
Oh.
person every time. I felt confident about that one.
No,
I
we didn't
should've-
raise our hand. We missed it.
No,
We just missed what it
no,
was.
I didn't miss it. You just didn't have it. I didn't raise my hand.
What's your
on purpose.
favorite stitches? I've had
Ever had
stitches.
stitches?
Well,
But
Raise your hand.
I don't get it. I think
Do
I
it.
know. I've never had stitches.
all right, 100%. You just didn't notice. You are just being silly. It's you. It's you. It's gotta be you.
Grinny
It's
Weasley.
you,
Wait,
it's
hold on.
you, It's gotta be you.
Really quick, Grinny Weasley. Excuse me, girls have hairy butts. I work with a girl whose ass hangs out every day, and I have proof that her ass is hairy.
Okay,
Reporter.
let me ask you this: is it the top of the butt, like butt crack, that's hairy, or is it butt
Nope,
cheeks?
I don't need to know that.
No, we do. We gotta know.
I don't need
We
to
gotta
know
know.
that.
We gotta know. We gotta need to know.
Which segment is
We
this
gotta
now?
know. We gotta need to know.
What are we in?
We gotta know, we need to know.
Everyone voted for Patty Donuts for no reason at all.
Oh!
It's not the faker.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Oh snap!
It's DJ.
You get 2 more
Okay, so
chances.
DJ. Well, I got a
You said
bit.
that last
We got
time,
a
too.
bit from Pixel Sammy. Roxy's not a cheater. That's how the game works.
Hashtag
She's a
Sam
cheater.
Cheese. Hashtag Sam
Your devices
Cheese.
now.
Okay. Still think it's you. No.
The game said.
Is your hand up or are you
I
pointing?
know.
Oh.
Okay, so now I think it's Sam because nobody reads and actually says.
Raise your hand if you
out
read
loud.
Harry
I
Potter.
do.
You ever read the back of a cereal box?
I've read 2 of them.
Seems like
I've read the last 2, Half-Blood Prince and The Deathly Hallows.
I've read the first 4, and I don't love them.
And
Says the actress.
says the liar.
Says the liar.
Oh, goes the DJ. Oh, goes the DJ.
You guys are being stupid.
I haven't read them. You know I haven't read them. I didn't watch the movies till just like a year
That's
ago.
not how the lie works. You just didn't raise your hand because no one raised their hand.
Because no one.
Why?
raises
Who
their
hasn't
hand.
voted yet? You still have to vote.
You know what, guys? The books are not that good. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that for a second.
Baker's still at large. Disown. Give me back all my bits. I'm disowning all of you for not
They
reading
were
Harry
also
Potter.
so-
I'm sorry.
They were so long.
I was reading
Yeah, I got to
Goosebumps.
the 4th one, and then
45%
it was like
audience
2
voted for
years in
Baker.
between books, and it was too long for me, and I bailed.
Okay, one more.
Hands of truth.
Read Captain Underpants if you want a good fiction novel.
And that movie's really good too. Well, this is a.
Well, this is a real pickle we've gotten ourselves in, kids.
Hashtag Harry Potter's an overrated franchise.
Alright.
Please end it. Stoking
So,
fires.
okay.
I mean,
So strong, them strong
Are
words.
you all kidding?
Ooh, no, this is the
Raise your
truth.
hand if you're wearing pants.
Yeah. Is Roxy the liar again? Did you just get caught with lying?
Raise your hand if you're wearing panties.
Yeah.
None of you are wearing panties.
So is this an easy
I think
answer?
it's an easy answer.
Wait, why are not what? Raise your hand if you are wearing panties.
None of us are wearing.
None of you are
panties.
wearing underwear.
We're wearing underwear. We're not wearing panties.
Panties are underwear.
Yeah,
Is
but
it-
they don't.
Do you
they
say
don't-
panties or panties?
what?
You can say it with a D.
When?
Some
When
people
does that
do.
ever- When?
Panties.
None of
When
you.
has
I guess-
that ever-
Wait,
Here, you
are
say
all,
when?
Are all of you wearing?
Panties.
Not a single
Panties.
one of you has underwear.
No one says panties.
No, sorry, I said the D too hard. Panties. It's not the
Panties. What do you
faker.
say without it? Panties.
Why would I be faking that I was
So
wearing
can we be
panties?
clear that I said this early on that it's him?
I still got away with it.
Yes.
It was you the whole
That
time.
was me the whole time.
It was you though.
But no, it was him because I'm under Sam Pasher. He's signed into the only.
You
Super Answers
literally
guy.
go pretend to read this. You go.
Boom.
That's how I react. That's how I do things.
Now, but to be fair, it worked out because I'm not wearing panties, and I also did not read the Harry Potter books.
You're not wearing any underwear. No underwear.
I know they're
No,
underwear, but panties are
does not
specifically
equal
female.
underwear.
Here,
very
random
type of
tangent.
underwear.
Random tangent says that underwear are not panties, but panties are underwear.
Yes, perfect way to describe
What are
it.
panties?
Women's underwear usually. Women's thinner
Good
underwear.
question. Let us
okay,
know in the comments what are panties.
Anyone can wear panties.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 2018.
Why are
You said it with a D now.
No!
Panties.
Okay, really quick. This is when we have to point at a person for the answer. Just making
Okay,
that
right,
clear.
right.
So we have
I
to-
don't know you guys that well.
Oh, that's hurtful.
I want to.
Okay. When do we point? Oh, when.
When the countdown's there's a 3, 2, 1 after this countdown.
Okay, I think Sam's the liar.
Oh boy.
We'll see.
Who knows?
And the task was.
I'm with Roxy. I think Sam's the
favorite
liar.
person most likely to own
Hold
land.
on, let me at least
you
try.
never-
Let me at least try here. All right, you got me. All right.
Considering I do.
I got. All right, that was really hard. That was. But, I mean, Pat. I don't know New York fashion. I don't know what you. I don't know what a day night looks
If
for
you're
you.
gonna wear flowery shirts, maybe you pair them with some leather
With
pants.
some black leather pants, I think you could pull them off.
You
I
have to
think you
guess
look
who-
great with them.
You have to guess who it is, or we can't move on.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what's funny?
No, I don't. You
Well, I
got
thought
me.
you pointed at Roxy, so I just.
He saw me. I was looking at him
And then
and
he tried to
You
pointing.
made
move
eye
it over
contact.
again.
I was like, I.
I love that. It's really hard, man. I don't know.
I love it. At least let me try, guys.
Hey,
Come
look
on.
at this. Pixel
Oh
Sammy.
my God.
Honestly, though, flowery shirt with leather pants would be a look.
Okay.
It would, you know what? It would be a look.
Can we get bits for the leather pants with flowery shirts, please? And let me know if you pull it off.
Oh.
10 bits on Pat and my first date in New York. We both wore leather pants and helmets with lips. It was perfect.
We were the Power
Rangers.
Oh yeah, I think this might be the last category.
Oh my god.
Here, yeah, we did pointing, we did hand of truth. Which one's this one? It's the
What's
frick!
face value?
You have to make a face based on what it says. You have to make a face based on like the sentence it gives you.
Huh.
Some kind of facial expression.
This is hard because I want to giggle.
Be a weird one. Okay, sending the task to your devices now.
Stretch out my feet.
Hold on, I want to giggle.
Get all the gigglies out. Get all of them out.
J Shark, that date sounds horrible.
Oh,
This was the task. I
think Sam's a liar.
If you were
I
a
did
lazy
this.
dog.
Because that's what they do at the restaurant.
I don't know if I could do this.
All right, vote
Make
for who
your
you think the baker is.
I tried.
Okay.
It,
Okay. I mean, what do you mean that's what they do at the restaurant?
wait,
You lazy dog restaurant. You ever been?
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a restaurant. Sorry, that's a restaurant. It's a popular chain restaurant. It's Lazy Dog. They're around the country. I want to own a franchise in
I
it.
know I voted for you because I did.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
All right, fair enough.
Okay, we'll be in. Oh no, I already. No, yeah, here we go. Boom. Oh, they already counted it for the other.
But you're still
Yeah.
large.
Yeah.
Cause what do you mean? Yeah, because
Yeah.
That
No,
faker is still
not
on
me.
the loose.
56% got it right.
Well,
Two
then,
chances
Two
left.
more
Do the
chances
math.
to catch that faker.
fellers
More than.
Oh, we got a new one.
And ladies.
and well, fellers
Sending
is
out your
gender
second
neutral. I'm
face
pretty sure.
value
Why is it
Y'all
like
on
is
your
gender
devices
neutral.
now.
Y'all is the one I've been trying to use more often.
Okay.
Oh, it's different from. Okay.
Well, I'm not looking at what people are doing. I went like this.
And the task, make the face you would make at a snooty
think
art
Sam's
gallery.
What are you doing? You're making sounds. It's just a
All right.
facial thing.
Okay.
Pat's ranges of voices
I
is too
voted.
vast. The team needs to be to do a cartoon with wild voices.
Ooh,
your votes?
I would like that very much. If only I was in a cartoon.
I am in a cartoon.
If only you were a cartoon.
I'm on Team Patty Donuts for this one.
Well, 3 of us voted for you, so you could be at large or not.
We'll find out for sure.
What is exactly the meaning behind at large? Like, why did it happen at large?
No, they're still at large.
Means they're still free to
They're
show.
at-
Yeah, but why? I know what it means. I'm saying
Everyone
why.
voted for.
Votes went to.
Yeah, I got a bad deal with that one. I'll be honest. that was a tough one.
The Lazy Dog Restaurant?
Yeah,
Come on!
you know the restaurant.
The restaurant chain, Lazy Dog.
I still made it to the second round.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun! It was Sam, but he didn't cheat. He made it this time.
I made it.
Sam, next
Ooh,
time
I'm
you buy boxers, ask the staff in the store where the panties are.
Last round.
They're
Last
called
round.
panties. Oh, I thought that was the last round.
Teammates
No, I was wrong. There's one more. We're all text you
We're
up.
all in this together.
Oh, this is great. Okay.
I've sent
This is
three
great.
Wait, what is this?
You gotta write down your answer,
devices.
but don't say anything because I believe we all have different
Then hit
questions.
send.
Wait, I'm trying to get what? You're trying to guess who the person is?
Just answer the question.
Slightly
Oh,
different questions
not trying to be
than
funny?
Everyone else. So good luck, Baker.
No. You want to be as honest as possible with this. Oh, this is gonna be great.
I don't know. I'm panicking.
Just write.
I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Are we gonna have to guess something?
Yeah, we're gonna have to guess because somebody doesn't have all the same. Oh wait, we're good. We have 45 seconds. You have time to answer.
I
that.
raced too
Wait,
much.
but-
I raced too fast.
There was one answer that I did do one silly, but you know it's true for me. I have to say that. Somebody here does not have actually the same questions as us, so when the answers pop up, we're gonna
Wait, but-
identify them pretty quick.
But some of mine are specific with my name in them.
That would be tough to.
So wait, what are we trying to guess here?
There's gonna be.
Oh,
a
you're trying to
question.
guess who it is.
Who the?
Well,
what-
you didn't tell me that. You said answer
Gotcha.
honestly.
Yeah, you should.
But I'm in it.
That is
All
very specific.
answers are in.
That's my favorite guy, by the way. Is the pencil. All right, secret task.
First
Let's see.
task. A
Food you typically crave late at night.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Grinny's the faker. Tacos, ice cream,
Wait,
pizza.
what's happening? I don't get what's happening.
Pick the answer. Who's the faker out of those answers?
What? But we all answered the question.
You don't crave tacos.
I,
You don't
I do.
crave
I wrote
granola.
That. Wait,
You
So what
don't.
do you
Granola
think
is a nice light
Wait.
Tell me
snack.
what's happening.
I don't know. We're voting on who the liar
What if
is.
people didn't get this question?
Yes, they got a different one, and you have to figure out who the faker is now.
Oh, granola. How do I
How
know
is
who's
granola not a late night
How
snack?
is it? Convince me. Ice cream
It's
you ate
light.
at night.
You
Tacos
can
and
digest
pizza.
it fast.
Taco trucks are my go-to. Granola is definitely the
Someone
lie.
voted for Roxy, and someone voted for me.
I voted for granola. I don't know
And
whose that
you
was.
didn't?
No, I voted for you.
Okay. But I got that. But I get.
Get 2 more
I don't understand you.
Yeah, Roxy cheats. Put that in the
Hashtag-
chat. I'm gonna
hashtag
need some of
cheats.
that.
I
I'm
do
gonna
pay
need
attention.
that.
Wait, but Roxy voted for
Thank you, Austin.
You want played at your funeral?
Okay, this is the one that I wrote my name in. It's not actually my name, but I said she, and I'm a she.
Seven Nation Army. Yeah. The Smash Bros All Star or Wii Menu Music. Sorry, I had to put both. I think it's Patty Donuts.
I think it's Patty Donuts also. Because
Sam, J Shark 111, get out of here.
Kristen
I said
Chatter.
you gotta be on my side, bud.
Tristan chatted.
I want to get to the last question because it's my best joke.
Might have a good. Don't I think it might
Also,
show
one
us,
of you
so.
guys had none of the same questions.
If you do twist and shout at a funeral, I'm just
You're
gonna
a
say
serial
it,
killer.
right?
You're a serial killer.
When it's like you get a little bit quiet now,
Yeah.
I win.
For what?
You're the quietest.
Wait, is that
Because I'm
because
the quietest. Keep up.
Oh, I thought you
He's
meant that's
dead.
when you release the toxin.
Damn it!
We got him. We got him.
We got you. Please play us the last
We
question.
got him.
Can I just say though, like I'm
What were your questions?
100% serious. I love granola, and I would eat it at night. I was actually
Wait,
defending.
what were your
all
questions?
honesty.
What did you get?
The one was your favorite song lyric, and then the other one was a song, just like any song or something.
Your favorite song lyric is
Oh.
Twist and Shout?
No, that was
Who
my
won?
that was
Roxy
won.
won.
Because she's a cheater.
Because I don't
Because
cheat.
she's a cheater.
Everybody
J Shark
tries.
5 bits. Sam, defend the lips. I've got you, but we're in a little fight, I think.
Everybody tries
I'm
to
not-
make Roxy not play the game, but she plays because she wins.
I
And she
think-
wins because she plays.
I think it's time for a new game because Jackbox has a lot of options. Here, wait, pop it off the screen real quick, Austin, if you wouldn't mind.
It was a song you find depressing. I did write twist and shout
You
because
did.
it's like, don't tell me what to do.
That's what
You know what I mean?
Here, we're gonna play.
A song you find depressing? You could have done a funeral song and you picked Twist and Shout.
Why is Twist and Shout depressing?
Because it's like a little bit louder now. It's like I don't want. Why? I don't like that pressure.
you make
I would
no
like to
sense.
say the last question was something you say when you want to get romantic, and I wrote, "Ooh, baby, scoopity poop." And
Scoopty poop.
I thought that was a pretty
Poopty
good.
Scoop de
Scoopty
poop.
poop.
Sold.
Kanye West.
Oh.
Poopty scoop.
Ooh, we'll try this one actually. Let this load
What's
real
happening?
quick.
What's happening?
We're gonna play a very fun game called Fibbage. Now we didn't test this one out. Sam doesn't cheat, but this is where we get to write down answers, and we have to either try to come up with like the funniest one or the one we think that people will actually fall
Hashtag
for.
Sam cheats.
Hashtag Roxy
He
cheats.
didn't explain the game beforehand, and that's Sam. That's a picture of Sam as a baby. Holy crap, it's Sam.
No, I wasn't born with eyebrows. No, I grew them in at
I
16.
definitely was entirely clean shaven when I came out.
I was
For
born-
aerodynamics.
I was the fastest swimmer on the team. All
You
right,
came out of
kids.
two people that were white.
Yeah, you were saying he was.
I came out as a Brillo pad. It was not fun.
They had to shave me immediately.
Yeah.
What's a Brillo pad?
A Brillo pad is something you clean
You
with.
clean a pot or pan.
Oh,
Your
that like
choice.
that metal thing.
Yeah.
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 You got it.
It's a
You
fun
upset
game.
that you won?
You
I'm
won.
really happy I won. I'm nervous about this next part because I want to quit while I'm ahead.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna put the
But
thing
then I
on the
really
screen for a
understood
second, just for us. But here's the fun part: because this is Fibbage and you don't have to be in the room for this, I'm gonna put the code in our story suggestions. That's their $5 slot, so you guys can join the game, which is really cool. Let me go ahead and reload. Help her out a little bit. There you go. And
Help you.
Help me, help you, help me.
And by the way, make sure you go to jackbox.tv, click the little gear icon, and make sure you're logged into Twitch. That'll help you out here. That's actually how you join this game. It's important.
Why am I plant and why do you get to be flower? All those stupid answers.
That's him.
I have an eyeball in there. They're all eyeballs. Excuse me.
There you go. Hold on.
All eyeballs.
You're excused.
We're all, we all.
Sit back and relax. That's like twist and shout for you. Don't tell me what to do.
Hold on.
Not at all.
I like this.
But I will sit back. Oh, thank you.
What is it?
Jack's Films. Get your merch today.
Big Jack's Films fan?
He's a good dude.
He's been
Wait,
on.
who is the Indio?
Oh, Grace and Kyle. These are Patreon people who are on Discord right now who are joining us
Look, they're all
watching
coming in.
live.
Who's the Indy Alto? Grayson _ Kyle. Julie.
Who-
Yeah.
Andy Alto won our copy of Superman, The Death of Superman.
Hey!
Yeah, and Grace and Kyle,
I'm
not
waiting for
familiar
the
with.
last person, and whoever it is, I'll make my throat breathe down yours.
Ooh.
Sexy.
Promises.
Chelsea Caitlin, hi, you said hello to me specifically. No one else, just want to put that out there. Hashtag everyone poops. Let's get that there. You are all cheaters. Granny, that's not true. It's mainly this side of the table.
I read a book called Everyone Poops.
And that's everybody. Everyone's in. It's time to play.
Yes,
Julie
poop
Layden, thank you
on.
for joining
Love
us
ya.
from Scotland. But now you guys can actually join if you hit that code there, you can join us,
You
which
can,
is cool.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. If you can be an audience member and you can actually vote and influence who could win at the end. Which is
Hashtag
really
Sam
cool.
Cheats. Bitch for Sam Cheats.
No. You said bits.
Bits.
I thought you said
I
bitch
know.
for
It was
Sam
very
Cheats.
aggressive, I thought.
I was like, ouch. I'm up for a game. Hi. Yeah, if you're part of the $5 tier, you can play along with us. So you're going to be getting some questions, and you have to answer them in the way that you think you could trick us into falling for the answer.
Oh, so easy.
You really
Trick
got to
you
tell.
for falling for the answer?
You have
Yeah.
to tell the best lie.
tell
so
the
when
best
you
lie,
read the
'cause we
sentence,
don't know
you
the
fill
right
in the
answer.
blank, and
I'm
then you go,
traditionally known
this is
for
the
my
best
ability
lie.
to lie.
What?
Wink.
What?
You
Give
want
me an
everyone
example.
to. Okay, so if I said the world's best blank is in California, and you would say like hot dogs.
Okay.
Right? And
Porn
then,
stars.
Yeah, there you go. And then
then
that
people
better,
vote
better
for
answer.
what?
And then so if you wrote porn stars, I would vote for it because it's the
True.
most
Julie
true,
pick.
but it's
Julie
not.
picks. Julie picks the
pick.
category.
Pick
Julie
Julie,
pick.
Pick Julie.
Julie.
Ding.
Dating.
Good.
Yes.
I've done it before.
That's a ew.
Been there, done that.
In 1962's book Sex and the Single Girl suggests that single women meet men at. Now we get to write down our answer.
How do you do that?
It's gonna load in a second. If there's audio right now reading the answer out with quips that we don't need to hear. I don't know. I'll tell you
Sam's
what.
against quips. If you know anything about Sam,
100 bits. Roxy cheats. 100 bits. Thank you. You're my favorite person right now. That's Cage Johnson. All right, you guys. If you're playing at home, make sure you enter. That's how you can
But
win.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just doing a
What do you think we would fall for? That's what.
fall for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What answer do you think would be the most true
But I
that we
already
would
typed
pick?
it in.
Good.
I just picked something where the book said that they would meet.
Do you know that book?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that is
Is that what you're supposed to pick?
good for you, I guess. So if I said like my favorite superhero is blank, that's wrong because that's an opinion. But fine, my favorite superhero is the Flash, right? You would pick that one. You would type that one out.
What?
You would type that
What?
one.
For who?
trying
For which
to-
Pocket
person?
Hawks
You were
Anonymous is
typing
clearly
that
a
out to
joke.
try to fool us.
Strip
Fool
club's a
you into
joke.
what?
Library's a
picking-
joke.
Now we're gonna vote on an answer,
The
and
bar's believable.
you have to pick what you think the right answer
Is-
is.
but
Park's
How do we know
believable.
there is a
Carnival's
right answer?
believable.
There is a right answer in there.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking either bar, carnival, or park.
the grocery store because of sexism. And now you can actually vote on your favorite answers out of these, and those give them extra points at the end because you can win awards for best answer. I pick all of them.
It won't let me
Except
pick my
for-
own.
Yeah, you can't because it's wrong. You're trying to pick a true answer.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta
That's
pick
true!
what that is true. Let's get some truths
I
in
never
the
heard
chat.
of this book. I made it up.
Oh.
I was trying to lie.
Oh, snap!
You don't gotta fake it no
The
more.
grocery store.
All right. So Julie, I fell for that one because I thought sexism.
Yeah.
The carnival was Boochtron's lie. I know Booch. Haha, Julie. Anti-communism rallies. Who picked that one? That was my answer.
Will it give us the
Library.
correct answer?
It will.
Okay.
And if we, some we may
I
have
get
missed
what
it.
happened now.
Yeah,
I voted for the park, but I didn't do that
Which
one.
Hell
was,
yeah.
that was his
I
lie.
did the bar. I thought that was a good one.
Sock hops. Grace and Kyle, that's pretty good. What else we got here? Strip clubs?
Now at least I get the
9%
It's
of the
definitely
audience.
the bar.
Sign
We all avoided the obvious one. It's
No,
definitely
I
the
did
bar.
the bar. I wrote the
Oh.
bar. So it can't be that, right?
Alcoholics Anonymous is the truth, according to this
What?
book.
Wow.
That was where people should meet. Why?
I got no points. I did the bar. It's where you should meet
Yeah,
guys.
nobody
Let's see,
voted for it. It's
but-
too obvious.
Let's see. Where's our rating?
The
after this?
actual answer.
Everyone should meet bars at the guys.
Hey,
Everyone
we're
should
in
be bars
second
with
to
the
last
guys.
place and last place.
You know it.
Yeah!
All right.
got it.
Bootstron, you're picking the category now.
Pick it up, Bootstrong.
I do think I understand the game now, though.
There you go. You're trying to lie and then find
I'm
the
going to
truth.
be honest. I like the aesthetic they're going for here.
Oh, I love
Me
this.
too.
I love this so much.
Definitions, my dudes.
Old IKEA catalogs from the 70s.
That's you just have that wallpaper in your bedroom.
Wait, do you engage?
In hippography, you
Hippo-
do
Nah, hippophagy.
Hippogr-
Hippophagy, excuse me.
hippography. You do if you are a hip hop fan.
Hip hop parade.
And also, you can hit lie for me if you can't think of literally anything. It will come up with an answer for you, but you only get half points.
Okay.
Do you engage in hippophagy? Hippophagy. I didn't like what I wrote down. I don't like what I wrote down.
I don't know
J
what I
Shark
wrote
111.
down, and there might have been spelling error.
I picked Sam's answer. Chelsea, yes. Yeah, you guys can vote in the audience.
I took too long.
Eat horse meat is one. Okay, now we have to pick our answer.
Eat horse meat, study hippos, love plants, mix chemicals, studying hippos, love to lick toes, enjoy the study creatures, hippo fetishes. I dress like a hippo. I'm gonna go on a fence and assume it has nothing to do with hippos because it's.
But maybe, because so many people wrote the same answer. It could be totally wrong, though. I don't know what hippo is. Quick, pick!
I'm gonna go enjoy the study of creatures.
Yeah. I loved to lick toes and hippo fetishes.
Hippo fetish is a
fetishists. That's a
Hippos are
hard one to
dangerous,
say.
by the way. Hippos will mess you up.
Next,
Oh, I fell.
Julie
for
got
it.
you, my dude.
Mixed chemicals is a good one.
Studying hippos, I fell for that one. Who did that one? Oh, the Indy Alto. Let us know what you thought of this Death of Superman.
I did love. No, I didn't do love.
Love plants.
Oh, yeah, I did do love
Bootstron
plants.
got you, and they got you good.
Yeah.
Oh, and they got you good.
Sammy, the
like
toes
a
one
hippo.
was not me. I didn't get a chance to answer.
Our lie.
Oh, nice. They have to fill it out. So, hippo fetishes. Audience 25%. Thank you. That was hard to spell. It was correct though.
I did this one. What?
was good.
Nice. Oh, that's a
Creatures.
noise. Creatures.
That's me.
Study. You even said it's probably not hippos.
Eat horse meat. Is this it?
Ew.
That's not too bad. You count me.
Yeah.
Ew.
I would eat a horse.
Ew.
Dude,
What is it? What's
if you've
the-
eaten
Mr.
dog
Ed.
food, you've eaten horse
What's
meat.
the
have
what's the beef where it's like, ooh, it's just a baby cow that we keep in a
Veal.
dark
Veal.
box? I'm not a fan of that.
No.
I like my meat, but when you have that backstory to it, I'm like, no, you tortured the animal first. No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chelsea
It has
for
to
picking
rise
my
up.
answer twice.
It has to rise up and become a super.
How do I know how many points I have?
It just said it. Oh, in January 1st, 2012, Justin Bieber tweeted, "I love blank."
Okay.
I know what this is.
If you write the right one, they'll tell you to write a fake one.
Really?
Yeah, it's really fun. That's a high moment of my life is when I was able to beat the machine. I got you.
When we were able to beat the machine.
Well, apparently I didn't beat the machine, so.
Beat the machine.
Oh, beat the machine.
Rage against it first and then.
That should be
beat
the subtitle of the new Terminator movie. Terminator, beat the machine.
Nice. Nice.
And they should redesign the Terminator to look like your little robot buddy, the eyes.
No, that's
Yeah.
so cute. You guys
All
know what
right,
Vector
so
is.
Justin Bieber tweeted, I love Selena Gomez. Lamp,
Lamp,
that's great.
arm,
Arm, dick, yarn, pineapple, Obama, my abs, bread.
That's a good freestyle.
Thank you.
Good.
I love arm.
I'm going to go with lamp just because it's a good reference.
I don't think he is. And then he was born before that movie came out. I
That
don't
might
think he
be
made.
true.
I don't think he made
I'm
it.
going to be honest. So, Meet the Feebles came out in 1989, and all the people are like, oh, that was 5 years before I was born. It's
I
like,
guess-
okay, cool.
In 19 when? 85?
1889.
know.
89.
Yeah,
That
which
was
is after I'm alive.
That's 4 years before I was born.
Pineapple audience 11%. That's your lie.
You got me. You got me good.
I voted for Dick.
Yeah, that was
We
me.
voted for
just because
Dick.
I thought it was funny.
I thought maybe like his friend stole his phone and
Yeah.
tweeted it.
I love Lamp. That was a good one. I enjoy it. I liked it. I like bread.
It's probably
Now,
Selena
Brady.
Gomez, right?
No, I wrote that one.
Okay.
Am I not supposed to say that?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll let you know.
Where
later.
it's already too late.
That's why I did it. I was like, he must have said I love Selena Gomez.
Did I do that one? Oh, wait, did I? I forgot if I wrote. Oh, I voted for
Maybe
this
it's
one.
Arm.
Arm. Oh, we got
What?
that. That's cool. I love
I
Arm.
love Arm? What does that even mean?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Nobody voted for Selena Gomez. It's the only one that made sense.
Nah, Arm.
But
It was.
it's not
It was
true.
weird. It had to be a weird. It couldn't have been that.
Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were not dating in 2012. So get with
I
it.
think they were.
You guys
Stop
aren't
embarrassing
nerds.
yourself. Stop embarrassing me on the stream.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want more of them donuts.
Roxy Strier's picking Norwegian words. That's a iffy water to tread into. Let's do.
I don't know.
Drinking in Kenyatta, downtown hotel in Dawson City, Yukon, has a cocktail that contains pickled.
Has a cocktail that contains a pickle.
Hey, have you ever had a pickleback shot? I know you have, but you
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Pickleback shot is great. It's whiskey with pickle juice. Pickle juice is great, and it cuts the whiskey, so there's no. It's delicious. It's so good. Have you had it? Austin Dodge. I for the one. One for the. Yeah, fuck. Sorry, a curse. Damn it. Ah.
I for the
I
one.
for the one. I on the prize.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
I on the one.
I know the actual answer to this because my friend made a documentary about it.
Ew.
Did you get it right?
What was
Did
it?
at Buffer Festival.
If
Don't
this
say- don't
was-
say.
If this was the other game, I'd be like, lie.
Ah,
yeah,
that's
that is the liar.
I'll tell you all
smell a
about it.
lie, my dudes. My answer is she's sketchy. Who is?
She's sketchy.
Sketchy.
Is it
Pickled.
Sabrina do a
it
video on
contains
this?
pickled
I
penis,
love a good pickled
walrus,
penis.
cherries, potatoes, banana, eye, meat, egg, toe, and thumb. I'm gonna assume it's not a body part.
Walrus?
Oh,
Maybe a piece of
she
it.
comes.
Penis, I don't. No.
Watch out, watch out, she'll eat you up. Oh, yes, she does.
That might be.
Oh, I hit the wrong one.
Oh,
Someone's getting the point. They didn't need that one.
What was it?
I don't. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
spoilers. I don't want to tell you.
Nuh-uh.
Why?
No. Pickled meat. There you go. Potatoes.
Pickled
I
potatoes.
did potatoes because Yukon.
Did you? Is
There's
that
an
how
E
you
in
s-
potato.
I thought,
There is an
I thought
E.
maybe, but I couldn't tell.
Vowels at the end get an E, my dudes. I think that's what I clicked by accident. Yes, that was me. Yeah. Walrus. I was about to say swear. I was like, didn't you hear me try to sell? I'm like, that sounds pretty good, right, everybody?
Cherries is
Hello?
Yeah.
I like cherries.
I thought that was a good one. I thought people would bounce on that.
I was
meat.
going. I'll be honest. I wanted to hit egg. I don't know if egg has already been.
I hit
taken.
egg.
Egg.
I hit egg as
I
well.
want to hit egg.
Egg.
Who got you?
Hello.
Got.
Oh!
You got.
Hello, egg
Racing
boy.
Kyle got you. Toe. No.
Yes.
Ew.
My friend Sabrina Cruz, shout out, made a documentary called The Sour Toe Cocktail.
Ugh.
And there's one
Ew.
bar
What
that
kind
has,
of toe?
it's a severed big toe.
Nope.
Of a human?
So yes, it's always humans, and people donate them if they get frostbite, which a lot of people do
No.
in that area.
No.
Why do they?
Pick a
And then
category,
you
dude.
drink their toe?
You don't drink the toe,
No.
but it's in
No.
it. You know.
Why? What's, is there
Strange.
nothing better to do in the Yukon other than drink
No,
people's
they have
toes?
bad Wi-Fi.
Uh,
Gynophagia is sexual arousal from seeing someone. Do you know this?
I don't have a thing yet. I don't have a thing.
Have pickled toes or get eaten by bears. Those are your two options in the Yukon. Paying for gold too, but that didn't pan out for everybody. Am I right?
zing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Something quick or use the lie for me button.
I don't know about
Yikes. That was a weird sentence. That's a yikes from me. Can I get some yikes in the
All right,
chat?
someone who can juggle, someone who can birth canal. Do
No,
a
not who
handstand
can't. Someone.
on
We're
birth
seeing
ca-
someone birth canal.
Do a handstand, eating feet on vag. Touch their vagina, sit in the waiting room, cut off their vagina.
Dude, you know what I like? I like going on the internet and
And
looking up some feet on.
I love seeing someone feet on.
They gotta do it, not me.
Touch
You gotta
their
vote.
vagina. Oh, we gotta vote. Cut off their. Juggle.
I mean, is it any weirder than eating a toe?
You don't eat the toe, you drink it.
You
and
drink
the toe
his
is there.
juices.
I don't get the toe thing.
Toes are gross.
I don't get the fit fetishes. That he's not my wheelhouse, so to say. Juggle, you got me, man. I didn't know. I honestly, audience lie. How dare you? Cut off their vagina? That's an oops,
No,
man.
no.
That's an oops if I've ever seen
Does
one.
that do anything for you, Sam?
Eating?
Come on,
Luke's
man.
Ron's lie.
It's-
Oh,
Now I'm out of it.
Touch the vagina.
no! There you go.
Roxy.
I don't know, vagina.
Thanks, everybody. I really like. The audience didn't even vote enough for that one. That was great.
I voted for pass out. Oh no.
What's the truth?
Feet on vag is always the right
What
answer.
is birth canal?
Is it your own feet
Seeing
on your
someone-
own vagina?
Oh my god, seeing someone eat and don't be the truth. Oh.
Ew. Why gyno? What is that part?
What does that mean?
I felt like that is a vagina part.
I'm not doing very
Did
well.
Yeah,
everyone-
I'm not doing great either.
Did everyone vote on feet on vag?
Are you guys at home Googling this stuff?
Cheaters.
Hashtag
we've been
cheat.
Vagina.
Grace and
Oh,
Kyle, you're
Grace
picking.
and Kyle, pick.
Pickles. Pickled toe.
Unwanted donations.
Where we eat.
Read out loud, I can't read.
In 2017, a charity shop in Swansea, Wales, said to put up.
Had
had to put up a sign requesting that people stop donating blank.
Toes.
Toes! Feet on veg. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here. Get out of there. Dumb kids. Stop donating.
Feet on vag.
What am I putting? What am I putting? Ooh, Julie, you are winning. Julie, you're in Scotland. You're close to Wales. Help us out. Wait, you're playing. Helmets with lips.
Everyone kept donating helmets with lips.
Everybody now.
Everybody now.
Everyone I know donates. Because the good people.
Awesome.
Joining
with
Dead
the lead.
Skin Underwear, the Da Vinci Code, used tampons, orphans, spoons, whales, their children, helmets with sweet lips.
Audience, you better get freaking active right now. I see 2 votes in there. Let's get helmets with sweet lips. You know who wrote that one down. The Da Vinci Code. Please be the Da Vinci Code, because 100% people would be so done with that. They're like, yeah, we got 500 copies of it. No one cares anymore.
Is Swansea Wales in the Da Vinci Code?
No. Al would just be done with it, like, because it was so popular. I read all of Dan Brown's books, except for Inferno, and then the movie came out, because I don't care. First up, we got Orphans. Who's Grace and Kyle. Thanks for LF run with all
helmets
possible.
with sweet lips.
Audience choice 18%. You kidding me? Get out of here. I'm upset with all of you.
Whales.
Stop
That was
donating
mine.
full baby whales. Full adult
We need to
whales.
stop going for the jokes.
Spoons.
Spoons is.
Bootstron.
Yeah.
But why would you need to stop donating them?
I don't know, because they have enough.
For underwear. Oh, it was a lie?
Yes.
I don't want used undies.
Come on. No way.
I
No
wrote-
way.
I wrote this one.
No way.
No way.
There's no way they said we have too many. There was never a point when they said we have enough.
They don't have enough.
Julie Layden's lie. Da Vinci Code. Bing bong, my dude.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
I finally got a right one. I mean, after a while, you gotta I don't want
Yeah,
to
but
keep
what?
that.
No,
book.
no. The question is, because that's why they donate it. Because
Yeah,
they're like, fine,
we're
I'll
done.
read this.
And everybody bought that book.
Yeah.
It was the top book in the world. There's more of them than the bank. No,
No,
there's
it's
not.
true. And
That's
it's
not
Oh,
true.
I suck at this
That is
game.
a lie.
I'm
Or
sucking
is
at
it?
that.
Find out next week.
They're all so much better than we are because they cheat.
Mmm.
Just kidding,
Oh,
only
final
Sam
one. Hold
cheats.
on, final one. This is my chance of redemption.
Hashtag Sam cheats. Bits for Sam cheats. If you guys don't want to be cheaters, you have to
Bits
do
for
bits
Roxy
Sam
Cheats.
cheats.
Okay.
In 1907,
In 1907, Kellogg's had a promotion offering women a free
box of cornflakes if they
blank at their blank. Yikes! This is gonna be a yikes. I don't know. And 5-bit Sam Cheats. J Shark, I'm gonna need you to get out of here. We're gonna need to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Him and his metal lips. If they blank at their blank. If
blank
they blank.
at their blank.
Huh?
More bits.
100 bits. Sam cheat. I'm not cheating. That's you. You're cheating. Maybe Julie Layden's cheating. What
Could it
am I
be?
writing?
Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming. Something good. Long time, right?
That was a deep yawn.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. I'm not feeling good about my choice.
I'm feeling like a winner. No, we don't need a Sam Cheats emote.
Okay, if they danced at their wedding, if they ate at their desk, if they winked at their grocer,
Ew.
quacked at their children, sang at their church, prayed at their church, fainted at their wedding, smiled at their milkman, sneezed at their lips, kick at their badge.
And footed on their back.
Foot on badge. Between Julie and Indy Alto. But I'm feeling sneeze at their lips, my dudes. Winked at their grocer. If that's not real, good on ya. 100 bits from CD Clyde. Sam, how can I cheat when I'm not even playing? Riddle me that, Basher. You're helping out. All you out there are helping each other out.
NKG, Sam no cheats.
Sang at their church.
Thank you. Nice. That's how you vote for answers so they can get a second prize.
Oh. I
Yes.
haven't done that at all.
Quacked at their child. Smiled at their milkman. Whose is that? Onion Slide.
That's a good one.
Good on ya. Kick at their badge.
I don't even know how to do that.
Props to Grayson. Kick at their badge. 30. Honestly, I think the real cheater is Pat. J Shark. Sneeze at their lips. Yes, sneeze at their lips. It's a great one. Faint at their wedding. Julie Lane, not bad.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's see. Wink at their grocer. Ding dong, my dude.
Hey!
Shut up.
Got
Winked
it.
at their grocer?
Yes,
Wink.
1907. It's an awful time for everybody. This is
Especially
with,
grocers getting all them winks.
especially with Kellogg's with their whole anti-masturbation
that-
thing.
that got me-
finished
that got me
in
out of the
dead-
bottom.
I finished in dead last.
Julie, I love Sam from Chelsea. Thank you for the 5 bits, my dudes. Hey, let's get some bits for Roxy. She was a great player. She got us.
She's a
good
great
lo-
sport.
I'm not a sore loser.
She won in the first game, and
Yep.
let's get some bits for Julie as well. Please and thank you, Julie. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. I think that's a good place to wrap
Yeah,
up.
I
You
think
guys,
it's a good one.
Thank you for joining us for news, for Here's What Matters, and for what we're into this week, and Only Stupid Gaming. Pat, where can they find you?
Huh?
Where can they find you?
I'm at Pat Graziosi everywhere that matters.
Hey!
Good luck trying to spell it.
Roxy, how you doing?
I'm really sad. I'm usually good at reading people.
She's at Roxy Stryer, every place that matters.
And
I'm
she's
DJ.
got a review up at patreon.com/Roxy Stryer.
That's so true about me.
By the way, it's Roxy's
True.
most gullible. Roxy's the
True.
most gullible, and you're the worst liar.
True! Let's get some
I'm-
truths in the chat.
I'm DJ Wooldridge at DJ Talks Trash, and my boy over here.
Ow. Sam Basher everywhere that matters, but onlystupidanswers.com is where you can find everything you'll ever need to know about this show. Tune in Sundays for Play Noggin Game Night, 4:30 p.m. PST. Also check out patreon.com/hardtosaygoodbye. If you're into Game of Thrones, you're gonna want to be listening to that podcast. Also, if you're a fan of Trisha Hirschberger, she's on that show as well. All right, go check it out. We love you guys. Here, go follow Austin Dodge, One for the Eyes on Twitter as well, and on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's what matters. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week, 4 p.m. Thursdays. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ding, 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 ding.